ونفخ في الصور ذلك يوم الوعيد وجاءت كل نفس معها سائق وشهيد لقد كنت في غفلة من هذا فكشفنا عنك غطاءك فبصرك اليوم حديد وقال قرينه هذا ما لدي عتيد.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from my side. This is Professor Dr. Hima Shah in front of you all, and welcome to the World Art Club. Today, I'm gonna give you the heartfelt gratitude and welcome you all to the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship 2025. I'm really honored to be your host today for this prestigious event. Over the next hours, you can say, so we will gather to explore the latest trend today, challenges and opportunities in globalization and entrepreneurship. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship. With 25 countries represented and 45 renowned keynote speakers, this conference promises to be an unforgettable experience for you, for me, and for all of us. We have curated a diverse range of topics and formulas as well as we have come up with the great formats to inspire the meaningful connections, insightful, foster collaboration, and spark innovative ideas. Okay, so before we begin, I would like to express my gratitude to our sponsors, speakers, and attendees for making this conference possible. And your participation is what makes this event truly, truly special. So let's get started. It's time to connect, learn, and grow together. So without wasting a single time, right now I'm going to announce and introduce and welcome our first keynote speaker, Dr. Christina Konya. She is from United Kingdom, well-experienced, beautiful lady with the vast experience in entrepreneurship and business globalization strategies. So please welcome, a warm welcome to you, Dr. Christina.
Hello, everyone. At the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship. I'm Christina Konya, self-love, transformation, and manifestation mentor. I'm so grateful and happy and really, really excited to be here today. Thank you for inviting me to share my thoughts on how globalization and entrepreneurship are shaping our world today. Truth to be told, globalization has opened doors for us entrepreneurs that were really unimaginable, let's say, just a few decades ago. And I know because I was born in the last century, right? And this is really exciting, isn't it? Because now we can reach across the globe from our laptops, from our phones, right? Connect with people from different countries, different continents, and really truly make an impact far beyond our local communities. And this is just amazing. In my journey as an empowerment coach and an entrepreneur as well, I have embraced truly these opportunities and helping people, meeting people, not just in London, United Kingdom, but everywhere in the world, from the United States to Africa and to Australia. All right. each story I hear, every woman I'm talking, it doesn't matter which part of the world they are, we share the same views, the same understandings. And these women also enriches my understanding of how beautiful, how unique we are, and how actually we are all one. All right. One thing I've learned though in these years, and since I've started on social media and started as a self-love transformation and manifestation coach, relationships and communications are key. Whether you are in London, in Lisbon, or in Nairobi, success comes from connecting genuinely. Understand the local culture, the people, get to know what makes people happy, what makes people sad. It makes you have a better understanding of the world overall. All right. And also, I would love to invite us, all of us, let's not forget about keeping the pace with change. Because one thing, what is inevitable, and that's change. Nowadays, the world is moving really, really fast, maybe too fast. And sometimes us as entrepreneurs, we got to sprint to stay ahead, right? So I would love to invite you, those who are at the conference watching now, or you are going to watch this in the replay. The best investment what you can ever make is investment in yourself. Invest in your growth. Stay curious and always be ready to adapt, okay? It's not just about having great ideas, but it's about evolving and implementing them, all right? Stay tuned, get to know people from different parts of the world, get to know other ideas, and be open always to new opportunities, okay? And lastly, I would love to say just a few words about impact. It is our responsibility as entrepreneurs, as coaches, right? As humanitarian to not end this responsibility just at profit, okay? Because we actually have the power to build a better world through our ventures, through your coaching business, through your, if you have a product or service or whatever the case may be, okay? So I would love to invite you to think green, be ethical, and not just because it's good for business, but it's really because it's good for everyone. So thank you for having me, allowing me to share my thoughts. Let's make the most of this exciting time. Let's grow through our connections and really just push forward always with integrity. All right. So we are here, all of us entrepreneurs, to make a global impact and to make it together. So thank you again for having me, in lots of love and light.
Wow, thank you so very much, Dr. Christina. It's our pleasure to have you. Now, it's our pleasure to introduce our next speaker who will share her expertise on entrepreneurship and globalization impact, actually. So please welcome Dr. Anita from United States of America.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Dr. Anita, USA, Michigan. First of all, I'd like to thank Professor Dr. Shaw for creating the World Eye Club Global Space and for giving me this opportunity to share my information regarding globalization and entrepreneurship impact strategies on our society. Now, these are two interconnected forces reshaping the fabric of modern society. In this rapidly evolving world, their interplay is not just transformative, it's essential for navigating our shaped future. Globalization at its core represents the growing bond of nations through trade, technology, culture, and communication. It's turned the world into a global village, dissolving boundaries that once separated us. Now, this interaction has created unprecedented opportunities for entrepreneurs, empowering us to think beyond the borders, expanding our innovation collaboratively, and scale solutions for global challenges. Now, entrepreneurship, on the other hand, is the engine of innovation, driving economic growth, creating jobs, and addressing societal needs. When access to international markets, diverse talent pools, and advanced technologies, this is what entrepreneurs, we now have access to these things. And this advanced technology that once were only privileged to large corporations. But what are strategies that enable this phenomena to impact society so profoundly? I like to delve into three key areas. One is leveraging technology. Now, technology serves as a bridge between globalization and entrepreneurship. From e-commerce platforms to cloud computing and artificial intelligence, technology has revolutionized how businesses operate and expand. We can now launch startups from virtually anywhere, targeting global audiences with tailored offerings. Take, for example, small scale artisans in one country are able to sell handcrafted goods to customers on the other side of the world. How cool is that? This democratization of access empowers individuals and strengthens economics worldwide. Then there's fostering culture exchange and diversity. Okay, globalization opens the door to cross cultural collaboration, encouraging diverse perspectives and entrepreneurial ventures. This diversity fuels creativity, enhances creativity and innovation, leading to products and services that resonate with a broader audience. Businesses now embrace cultural intelligence and inclusivity are not only more likely to succeed, but also play a pivotal role in fostering social cohesion. And then the third, bridging economic gaps. Entrepreneurship fueled by globalization can address economic disparities by creating opportunities in underrepresented regions. Microfinance, for example, empowers individuals in developing nations to start small businesses and integrate them into the global economy. By enabling economic participation, these strategies continue to reduce inequality, fostering stability. Now, yes, of course, there are challenges, and with that comes great responsibility. So globalization and entrepreneurship, we must approach this with a balanced perspective. The risk of cultural homogenization, exploitation of resources, and economic inequality persists if strategies are not thought aware, mind aware designed. Entrepreneurs are tasked with building ethical frameworks that ensure fair trade, equitable opportunities, and sustainable growth. So, as we look ahead, let's embrace this dynamic dual, globalization and entrepreneurship, not as separate forces, but one energy, one love, and as partners in driving progress and addressing the challenges of our time. Together, they and we hold the key to a future where opportunities abound, boundaries dissolve, and societies thrive. Thank you so much for listening. I am Dr. Anita. Blessings, peace, and love.
Wow, that was so lovely, Dr. Anita. It's truly inspiring for the youngsters, especially. So, thank you so very much for your insightful vision on globalization and entrepreneurship. So, without wasting a single time, please welcome our next speaker from Philippines, Dr. Noli. A warm welcome to you.
Good evening, my fellow educators. It is an honor to speak you about two transformative forces shaping our students' futures, globalization and entrepreneurship. At St. Mark Integrated School, where I serve as its vice principal, we play a vital role in equipping our students with the skills to thrive in an interconnected, rapidly evolving world. Let's start with globalization. We all witness how technology and the internet have dissolved barriers, giving our students unprecedented access to knowledge, cultures, and opportunities. When they watch TED Talks, learn skills on YouTube, or collaborate globally online, They're already engaging with globalization. But globalization brings challenges too. Our students aren't just competing locally. They're entering a global workforce where they must excel to stand out. As their mentors, we must prepare them to not just survive, but thrive in this competitive environment. How? By fostering an entrepreneurial mindset. Entrepreneurship is not just about starting businesses. It's about cultivating problem solving, creativity, adaptability, and resilience. These skills empower our students to see challenges as opportunities and act of them with confidence. Here are four ways we can help. First, real world problem solving. We encourage students to address local issues with innovative solutions. For example, they could start a recycling program in their barangay or create an app to assist farmers. Projects like this teach empathy and critical thinking while making a tangible impact. Second, collaboration across cultures. Globalization requires teamwork with people from diverse backgrounds. Let's provide opportunities for students to collaborate with peers from other regions or countries through virtual exchanges of online projects. They learn communication, teamwork, and cultural sensitivity, skills essential in today's globalized world. Third, digital literacy and technology. Technology is the key to globalization. We teach students to use digital tools like Canva for design, YouTube for sharing ideas, or e-commerce platforms like Shopee to launch entrepreneurial projects. With guidance, they can transform hobbies into opportunities for growth. Fourth, celebrate local identity. Amid globalization, we remind students that their Filipino identity is their strength. Encourage them to use values like creativity, resilience, and hospitality as their competitive edge. Excuse me. For example, Filipino entrepreneurs succeed globally by showcasing our unique culture through crafts and innovative solutions. Why does this matter at St. Mark Integrated School? As educators, we are shaping future leaders by teaching students to think critically, act courageously, and, and embracing change. We grow alongside our students. In closing, globalization and entrepreneurship are tools for empowerment. Let's inspire our students to create, innovate, and lead, not just consume knowledge, but use it to build a better world. Thank you, and let's continue preparing our students at St. Mark Integrated Schools to all students in the world to embrace the opportunities of a globalized world with confidence and purpose. Mabuhay and good evening.
That was truly amazing, Dr. Nolly, and it's a great pleasure for us for having you on this bout. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a renowned expert in her field and a wealth of experience and knowledge to share in front of you. She is from Lebanon, so please welcome Professor Dr. Maha. Heartiest welcome to you, dear Maha.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and speakers. My name is Mahash Hadi from Lebanon, and it's a great privilege to be with you today in this amazing conference. Actually, we are living in an area of rapid digital transformation, in an area where businesses, ideas, and people are more connected than ever before. The power of globalization has redefined the way, or reshaped actually the way we think about business, and redefined what success looks like in the 21st century. But in this digital age where the competition is fierce and where attention spans are shorter than ever, one factor determines whether we are going to be successful or we are going to lose in the noise. This factor is digital presence. Digital presence actually is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity. I want to highlight how it's empowered businessmen and women to expand their reach, to establish credibility, and build long-term success in the global marketplace. Let me start just by raising a certain question. What does digital presence really means to you? Maybe someone are going to say that it may just mean having a well-designed website. For others, for example, it might be a strong social media following, or it might be, for example, an active presence on platforms like LinkedIn, like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. But actually, in reality, it is much more than being online. When we speak about digital presence, it's about how you show up. It's about visibility, it's about credibility, and also it's about engagement. It is the way, for example, it is the way the world is going to perceive you and your brand. And it play a critical role in whether, for example, people choose to trust, to support, and to invest in you. Consider the following case, for example, if you would like to start a new business, okay? If you would like, for example, just to cooperate with someone in the world of business, the first thing we are going to do is to check their online presence. I can't just, for example, have a cooperation, or I can't start investing, for example, with people if I have no idea about them. If I'm going to go to the Google and search, for example, their presence, if I'm not going to find something credible, so sure, I'm going to do a shift for another company, the one I can trust, the one I can depend on. So that's why it's very important to be successful in the world of business nowadays, is to build or to strengthen your digital presence. What are the major steps, or what are the major strategies that we needed in order to strengthen our digital presence nowadays? The first and the most important thing to do is to build a strong personal and business brand. And when it comes to the brand, sure, I doesn't mean just to have your logo. I mean to build your own identity. I mean to have your own story, your own value, and your voice. Ensure that your branding actually across your website, across your social media and marketing materials is consistent, professional, and aligned with your business goal. The second strategy actually, which is very important to guarantee your digital presence nowadays, is to optimize your online presence for visibility. It's very important actually, and it's crucial when we are going, for example, to search your engine optimize. Ensure that people, for example, can find you. You should have a website, as I mentioned, is not enough, so you should make sure that people can find you when they search for relevant keywords, okay? Your social media platform should be updated regularly with engaging content that showcases your expert and build trust. The third step, which is very important too, is to engage and don't post. Avoid, we have a just number of people who just posting without doing engagement, and this is not good. Many business make the mistake of treating the digital presence as a one-way street. So posting content is important, but what is more important is engagement. Engagement is the key. We need to respond to the comment, to interact with our followers, to participate in discussions, and to create meaningful connection. Step number 4, or strategy number 4, is to leverage digital marketing and analytics. It's very important for social media advertising, for content marketing, for email campaign. Those we consider powerful tools for reaching a wide audience. Use the data and do analysis to track what worked, to refine your strategies, and also to ensure that your digital efforts are yielding results. And the last step I'm going to highlight for today is stay adaptable and continue learning. The digital landscape is consistently evolving. That's why what works today, for example, might not work tomorrow. We need to stay updated with the trend. We need to explore new platforms, and we always be willing to adapt your strategies to remain relevant in an ever-changing market. As a conclusion, just ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end my part by saying that we are living in one of the greatest times in the history. Never before have we had such powerful tools that allow you to build business, to scale globally, and to create impact in ways we never thought possible. But these tools actually only work for those who use them in a strategic way. I leave you with this challenge. Invest in your digital presence, whether you are an established businessman or woman or just starting your journey. Take control of your online identity. Build your brand, engage with audience, and position yourself for successful. Because in this digital area, those who are seen, heard, and trusted online will be the one who lead the future of a global business world. Thank you for listening, and that's everything.
Wow, that was so fantastic. Thank you so very much, Maha, for your insightful vision on globalization, especially. Okay, so without wasting single time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next keynote esteemed speaker from Nigeria, Professor Dr. James, and he is the Executive Director and the founder of Kingline Foundation and Deputy Dean of Law, Faculty of Law at University of Taraba State, Nigeria. So please welcome Professor Dr. Welcome, Dr. Jim.
Right, my name is Dr. King James Nkom. I'm actually attending from Taraba State University in Nigeria. I'm the Deputy Dean of Faculty of Law in Nigeria. Now, I want to first and foremost be grateful and express gratitude to Her Excellency Professor Homer Shah for the opportunity to be a part of this August conference. It's such an important international conference that one would afford to miss. I count the privilege, it's a privilege to be part of this. Now, we're talking about globalization and entrepreneurship, and in the light of that, I'll be looking at it from a legal perspective. I'm a lawyer, and so I want to speak from the angle of legal impediments. So my topic is, I'm talking under a subtopic which is entitled Legal and Regulatory Challenges of Globalization for Entrepreneurship. Now, I want to start with introduction, then I will discuss the legal and regulatory challenges in a global market. Finally, I will conclude with way forward, because I only have 5 minutes to do this, so we'll be snappy. Now, by way of introduction, globalization has actually drastically altered the business landscape of today, so much so that it has broken down geographical boundaries and has opened up new frontiers or opportunities for entrepreneurs all over the world. The fact remains that with access to wider pool of resources and tools, and customers, entrepreneurs, or rather entrepreneurship has become more accessible and of course than ever before. But you see, with this newfound accessibility also come challenges, and there are a lot of challenges and obstacles. But in this conference, I'm just going to talk about some complexities, some legal, obstacles that have arisen and therefore constitute negative impact. Now, what are these legal and regulatory challenges which I want to talk about? First and foremost, let me start by saying that globalization, just like I said, globalization has a lot of challenges. When it comes to the legal challenges, we have legal barriers, which makes it difficult to navigate through the regulations and legal impediments in a globalized market. this can be a major challenge, for entrepreneurs looking to expand their companies internationally. Because we're talking about globalization, it means that it's about the international community. So different companies have different laws, of course, and because different countries have different laws, regulations, and compliance requirements, it makes it a Herculean task, very difficult for companies to know what is required of them in each market. For example, some countries have strict labor laws with regards to employment. Others have more relaxed regulations. Similarly, there are differences in tax laws. These tax laws and trade agreements can vary from country to country, therefore making it difficult for companies to really, understand what they need to do with regards to compliance with these laws. Furthermore, I must tell you that legal barriers can also make it difficult for companies to protect their intellectual property. Now, the intellectual property of a company is one of its greatest assets. And so such as patent, trademark, and of course copyright. Different countries have different laws and regulations surrounding intellectual property, and therefore navigating these laws can be very complex, if not impossible, and time-consuming process. Therefore, it makes it difficult for companies to protect their innovations, for them to protect their creations, and of course can also put their investment at great risk. Now, in conclusion, I must say that the impact of globalization on entrepreneurship is complex and far-reaching, beyond the legal impediments I've mentioned. But then to succeed, as far as the legal challenges are concerned, in this environment, entrepreneurs must stay informed about the opportunities and challenges presented by globalization. They must also be proactive in taking advantage of these opportunities, these new challenges, and overcoming the new challenges. Of course, navigating regulation and legal barriers in a global market requires deep, understanding of the laws and regulations in each country. So you want to go into let's say business in Pakistan or in Dubai, or in United Arab Emirates or in Nigeria. You need to know what are the specific laws that operate beyond the international law, specific laws. You need to know how each of these country and how business operates in these countries. Entrepreneurs must also be proactive and stay informed about changes in the laws. It's not just knowing the law, but the laws could change. What you know yesterday could have changed today. And they must also work with lawyers and experts. You need to work with lawyers and experts. It is a global world. Some people go online and get legal opinions, but you still need to work with local experts, local lawyers, to help you navigate through this laws and regulations so that you will be on the safe side. Sometimes the people incur so much expenses, so much damages after the deed must have been done, which is more expensive when you would have just hired a lawyer to do one or two things. Look through these agreements before you sign. So people have signed, they've signed these dotted lines and have come to regret because they didn't consult lawyers before signing to know the consequences of what they were signing. And because agreement is agreement, it becomes a problem for them. I want to conclude by saying that by so doing, companies can actually reduce the risk of legal disputes and other complications. And of course, they can focus on growing and expanding their operations in the global marketplace. Finally, whether you are a small business owner looking to expand your market or in multinational companies seeking to stay ahead of the competition, it is clear that globalization will continue to play a dominant and a prominent or critical role in shaping the future of entrepreneurship for many years to come. And the law will always be there to guide, to regulate, and to protect the interests of the operators. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I look forward to other sessions. Thank you.
Wow, that was truly, truly amazing. And I am highly privileged to have you on board, Dr. James. Thank you so very much for your insightful vision on globalization and entrepreneurship. Okay, guys, so let's move on to the next speaker for today's conference is from Pakistan, Mr. Muhammad Ali. And he is a great man and have a vast variety and command and experience holder and entrepreneurship as well. So let's welcome Muhammad Ali. Welcome on board, Mr.
Good
Ali.
morning, good afternoon. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammad Ali, and I am honored as keynote speaker in Second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship. Today's topic is opportunities and challenges in a connected world to entrepreneurs. So, So let me introduce myself. My name Mohammad Ali, and I am entrepreneur, youth mentor, and civil engineering professional, and working with so many entrepreneurs in the world. So let's start with the basic globalization. And globalization means the world becoming more connected. As you know, if you are in Pakistan, you connect with so many experts from Europe, China, India, etc. So you can share your goods, service, ideas, and technology, making it easier to grow your business beyond boundaries. So that's what the meaning of globalization. And entrepreneurship is a man or woman who is starting a running business and finding new ideas, taking risks, and create solutions that help people and drive the economy. So, how the globalization helps those entrepreneurs to close the gap as globalization you are globally so you can close the gap between each another unique product offering you can connect with those product and you can also provide those product which are unique market access and growth you can use digital tools and ai and so many other tools which make your business to scale quickly navigating challenges adapt competition and big difference so, collaboration to succeed the global market. What's the future of entrepreneurship, global entrepreneurship? So, AI, metaverse, and blockchain will transform business models. Sustainability focused green entrepreneurship will drive industry growth. Collaboration and adaptability. Success will depend on teamwork, flexibility, and innovation. Technology will unlock all opportunities. So global networking is very important in your business model. So first is cross-border collaboration, networking with so many experts, and I also prefer you at last of the slide one platform which is best for networking, visual, LinkedIn network, partnershiping, and shake graphs, global conferences, etc. Which platform is best for networking? So business models oh, sorry. So LinkedIn is the best platform to connect with global entrepreneurs. Wide reach, 700 million plus user worldwide for global connection. It's a lot. Content engagement, 81% of users engage with content to boost credibility. 2.7 millions plus group for targeted networking, high response rate. LinkedIn message has 3 plus high response rate. So that's what are the some sort of key points of LinkedIn has a professional networking and this is the famous entrepreneurs on LinkedIn, including me. I'm not so famous, but I include me also to boost my personal branding. So these are the famous entrepreneurs. All are on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the best platform for connecting, and if you connect, you learn something new, and if you learn something new, so you can generate new ideas and which is beneficial for your business. So thanks for watching. This is what I want to say in this second international conference. So see you in the next, and let's connect with Muhammad Ali. Thank you.
Wow, that was truly an amazing, Muhammad Ali. Thank you so much for sharing such a insightful presentation. And yes, of course, I do agree with you that LinkedIn is the most beneficial and global platform, and we should be connected over there for the great collaboration and the different global strategies as well. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome and move from Pakistan to Brazil. And let's welcome the beautiful lady from Brazil, my dearest friend, Professor Dr. Wilma. And she'll gonna give you the best ideas on globalization and entrepreneurship. A warm welcome to you, Professor Wilma. Yes.
Hi everyone, I'm Vilma Barbosa from Brazil, and today I'm here on this amazing event, the second international conference on globalization and entrepreneurship. Thank you so much, Dr. Irma, for inviting me. It's a great pleasure being here. Today our topic is globalization and entrepreneurship, impact strategies in our society. This presentation will explore the evolving landscape of global business and its impact on entrepreneurial success. Access to new markets and global research. Globalization allows entrepreneurs to tap into new markets with diverse customer bases, expanding their potential for growth. Increased demand. By reaching new customers and marketers, and markets, entrepreneurs can increase product demand and generate higher revenues. Increase the competition and market saturation. For sure, this is one of the biggest problems that we have, and it goes due to intensified globalization leads to more competition as businesses from different countries enter the market. Saturation. Markets can become saturated as more products and services are available, making it harder to stand out. So, what could we do to help on these two problems mentioned? What could we do? What do you imagine that we could do to help? How could we prepare our employees? How could we prepare our companies to overcome these problems? The role of technology and innovation. This is something that I have been working hard on about technology and innovation. And the technology has accelerated globalization. All of us know about this. And the fact that I am here from Brazil speaking to you on this amazing conference is the proof of that. So, the globalization has accelerated globalization in enabling businesses to connect and operate seamless across borders. And this is something incredible that we have the opportunity to connect with people from many different countries. We have the option to sell our products to people abroad, and people from many different countries can connect with us. And the technology and the innovation is amazing because of that. Don't you think so? Innovation drivers. Globalization fuels innovation as entrepreneurs adopt new technologies and adapt to changing market demands. Since I'm an English teacher and communication mentor, I have been using the technology and innovation since the pandemic, and today I have been motivating my students to use the technology to learn English, to connect with people abroad, to learn more, to become better employees, to succeed in their careers. I have to say that some of them are afraid of that. They are afraid of using the technology. They are afraid of using AI to practice English. But when they realize this is one of the best things that they can do to practice it, to become more confident and comfortable speaking a new language, they adapt to that and then they enjoy using the technology and innovation to use their language, because not everyone has money to travel abroad. And then using the technology, you can connect with people in the comfort of your house. So it's something incredible. And everyone should and could use technology like this to learn more, to enjoy new cultures, to learn about different places, to travel. You can travel in the comfort of your sofa if you want so. So why not? Cultural difference and the challenges of global expansion. Language barriers. Communication can be challenging due to difference in language, cultural norms, and business etiquette. According to researchers, the language barriers is one of the hardest thing when it comes to making business abroad. But as I was saying before, with the technology, you can talk with anyone in any language and you can communicate well with them. So let's enjoy the opportunities that we have today. Cultural sensitivity. Understanding and respecting cultural nuances is crucial for building relationships and avoiding misunderstandings. This is something that I really love about connecting with other people. And when I bring my students to connect with students from different countries, I realize that they start understanding more about different cultures, different people, different places. And when they understand more about others, they learn how to respect. They learn how to love other people and respect their differences. This way, we are building peace, aren't us? So, the ability to connect with people from many different countries is amazing, thanks to the technology and innovation. The impact of economic instability on small companies. Global economic instability can impact small companies' access to funding and influence consumer spending patterns. Market volatility. Economic instability can create market volatility, leading to price fluctuations and uncertainty. The benefits of globalization. What are the benefits of globalization for? Access to resources. Globalization opens doors to a wider range of resources, including talent, funding, and raw materials. Cost advantages. Entrepreneurs can leverage cost-effective production and outsourcing opportunities in other countries. Enhanced brand. Expanding to global markets can increase brand awareness and create new opportunities for growth. And this is something that I always talk with my students and mentees about learning a different language, learning the ability to communicate with people, because if you know how to communicate, you can expand your horizons, you can connect with other people, and it will be wonderful for your company, for your businesses, for your personal life. Believe me, connecting with people is something incredible and it can help you grow, personal growth, professional growth. This is something really, really amazing. navigating regulations and legal barriers in a global market. So we have the legal, this is a problem, laws, when you want to sell a different product in a different country, you have to follow what are the laws of that country. Compliance, understanding and complying with different regulations and legal frameworks is essential for international operations. Risk mitigation. Companies should develop strategies to mitigate legal risks associated with global expansion. And I'm sure that in many different countries, the problem is that there are no qualified employees to work into some companies. So we have been talking and working about this, about the importance of working, about the importance of studying to have a better future, to have opportunities in the labor market. So study and become qualified for a new job, for new positions, because the global market is there. And if you are qualified, if you know a second, a third language, for sure, you're gonna have more opportunities and you're gonna have a brighter future. So the only thing that you have to do is study, believe in yourself that you can do it. And it doesn't matter what the problem is, what the legal barriers are, you'll be able to overcome them. Just believe in yourself, study hard, and go for it. So that's all from me today. Thank you, dear Oma, for inviting me. It was a great pleasure being part of this event. Hope to see you soon, and God bless you. Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you.
Oh, I was muted. By the way, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Wilma. That was um, amazing presentation. And yes, I do believe in this, that if we really wanted to do something bigger in our life, we have to be really focused and strong towards our goals, towards our targets, if we really want to achieve something. So thank you for your insightful vision, what you have put it in front of us. And yeah, without wasting a single time, the next we have, let's jump toward from Brazil to India. Yes, now we have a very beautiful lady from India. She is amazing personality. And by the way, that's quite impressive that how you people live from India is because we have multiple numbers of beautiful friends from India. Um, so she is a soft skill trainer. She is a mind-blowing lady, an entrepreneur as well. And her name is, you know her very well, Supriya from Chennai, India. Welcome, Supriya.
Lovely greetings from India. This is Dr. Supriya Kumarvelan, and I am here to talk about globalization and entrepreneurship. Friends, before I start my journey, let me take you to the world of gratitude. And the gratitude says to Professor Dr. Humasha for inviting me, the World Eye Club Global, for this great opportunity to have a word with you all and to spread awareness about globalization and entrepreneurship. Once upon a time, when we were so afraid to do any business overseas or to have a great knowledge about international markets, and whenever we will think about spreading our wings, suppose if we want to launch, for example, if we want to launch our fashion designing business overseas, what we would have said, no, it's very scary, it's very risky. how we are going to launch. Or if you would have asked your friend who is having a bakery shop, and if you would have said, why don't you launch your business abroad, globally? Definitely she would have said she's having a lot of scare of launching business on site because she doesn't know anything. Suppose you are in India and your friend wants to do some business from USA. It will be a question mark if you don't know the basic rules of globalization and entrepreneurship. And I am here to discuss the varied points of globalization and its impact on your entrepreneurship, because we all know we all are from, most of us, from entrepreneurship backgrounds, and we all want to learn something from each other. Now, there is a word called directly proportional. We all would have learned in our subject physics when we were students or in college or in school. Now, globalization is directly proportional to entrepreneurship. This doesn't mean I am telling you some physics laws, but I want to say only one thing. I want to highlight a very important point with all of you, that if globalization is not there, entrepreneurship is very difficult to establish. And if entrepreneurship is not there, then globalization will not be that much flourish. And they both go hand in hand. When we are talking about globalization in today's era, we all know that is a computer tech era. Gone are the days when we were just doing, a sort of business through emails or something, letters or some other means, transportation or something like that. But now, with the impact of, you can say, technology, which is a boon to humanity, we are sitting in our country. Suppose if I'm sitting in a country, in my country, India, I can, with my globalization power, I can communicate with the tech power, computer, AI, artificial intelligence, or you can say other helpful tools with my friends sitting in UK, Japan, USA, and so many countries. And this globalization has given rise to lot and lot of international markets, doors, just like opening doors for so many business. We are talking about large scale business, but even if I talk about a startup business, there are so many startup business, there are so many companies which has established or which has grown up after 2020, the pandemic COVID. Everybody wants to establish their business, and without computer tech or with the help of technology, which is really, really a great thing, we can't establish an entrepreneurship. With this, I would like to highlight 2 points over there before I take this journey on and take a deep dive in my subject. When we are talking about entrepreneurship, challenges, you can say positive and the negative, because everything positive and negative go alongside simultaneously. With the increasing globalization, we have raised standard markets for our business. We can talk with the people of abroad and we can bring a lot of laurels from there, whether you are talking about raw material, whether we are talking about profound connections. And friends, when I am talking about connections, then you should not forget this line that your network is your net worth. With your networking, with your connections, and that too, international connections, you can develop your business in a very, very fast manner, in a very less span of time. And your entrepreneurship level, which I am talking about, can go up to a solid level where even you have not dreamt of that, wow, I have done this with this such little time. That is a boon. So my question is to everyone. We talk about globalization. It has a lot of negative impacts also. So is it our mistake? Is it globalization? Is it entrepreneurship? Is it international market mistake that what things we are highlighting? There are so many people who will highlight only the negativities, like there are a lot of competitions, market saturation, and with globalization, there are a lot of cultural differences. You have to understand their basic culture without before launching your business. But friends, I will say only one thing. Challenges is just like hidden golden opportunities. Some people will say problems and some people will say challenges. So it's up to you. How do you see globalization and entrepreneurship relationship? There are a lot of challenges, but we have to cope up those challenges like cultural differences and other stuffs which I have mentioned earlier. And how do you take up, how do you see, what is your perspective or perception? That's most important, and that plays a vital role in establishing yourself as a proper entrepreneurs. So it's up to you. How do you take it up? It's up to you. How do you see? What is your perception level? So let's talk about the positive impact first before we go into the negative impact. With the globalization, we are entering into lot of collaborations. We are going into, we are dwelling with the positive people, with the positive business people all over the globe, not only in your country, but all over the globe. And you are talking as yourself as an international entrepreneur. So you are covering international market along with your local market. Whenever you are talking about globalization, you have to take care of one thing very, very important, that is knowing and respecting cultural views, morals, ethics of one country to another country. In one country, it can be different to another country. So you have to do a lot of research about cultural values, ethics, because friends, when you are doing any business is not only about trading, it's all about exchanging your respect. And that is the first basic pillar of any globalization or entrepreneurship. So you have to take care of cultural differences. Now, some people can call cultural differences as negative part, that we don't know, we don't want to do business with those people because we don't know about their cultures. But with this, you are just putting a full stop or barrier to your own business. So learn about, research about various ethics, morals, values, and cultural differences also. Let's not make it as a barrier, but take it as a challenge and correct it, rectify it, and move it on. Second thing which I would love to share over here, as when we are talking about international markets, friends, trust me, you are expanding your business globally. And with this expansion, you are generating a lot of profits, not only for you, but for your company, but for your employees, and also for other people. So as a job perspective, you can say, you are increasing job levels, you're creating a lot of jobs for your own people, you are giving employment not to your national markets, also for the international people when you are trading, when you are exchanging. So that is also a great thing about globalization and entrepreneurship. You are dwelling into the raw materials, you are opening the passage for angel brokers, and even for the funding, you are getting a lot of help for capitalists, or you can say angel brokers and other people who are interested in funding. Some people will not they will not get any confidence because we have a lot and scarcity of knowledge, scarcity of funds. But with this globalization, you can have everything. I'm explaining everything in a layman language. I'm not using very hi-fi or internet materials or something like that. It's all about my experience, which I have learned with my life, and I'm sharing with you all. So these are the nitty-gritty things which you have to take in account before stepping into international markets, international business. And of course, you have to be a tech savvy person. There is no globalization without the knowledge of technology, without the knowledge of computers, without the knowledge of internet. And of course, we all know that artificial intelligence currently playing a dominant role in the market, and it's making our work easier. Now, again, a question. People are saying it is taking our jobs, but also it is helping you in creating your global standards and your international markets as your best friends, rather than making foes. Let's make friends and let's boom together. So, in a nutshell, I will say globalization has opened lot of ways for markets, for purchasing, for trade, for e-commerce, and the thing which were so hard earlier, which was impossible. With this globalization, everything is possible today, and this not only the big companies are entering into entrepreneurship, or they are only expanding their business, but small scale companies, startups, which for them once upon a time, everything was very impossible for them. Now it's very easy and a great possible manner for expanding their business. So let's take, friends, everything in a positive manner. Let's face the challenges which we faces about cultural differences, trading, and everything, and let's move on with globalization. And entrepreneurship goes hand in hand, handy, you can say. And yes, with the fast pacing of cutthroat competition, let's take an oath and let's help each other in establishing great markets, great business, great standards. So that's all about that's what I have shared in my view about globalization and entrepreneurship. Let's make use of it. Let's learn from each other. Let's take all these challenges in a very positive manner rather than taking them as a very negative part of globalization. And yes, positive and negative are always there in every field. So make globalization, make entrepreneurship as the best deals, and make your country, make your people flourish, progress, and prosper. That's all I can say. And thank you once again, Professor Huma, for giving me this golden opportunity and sharing my own experience, views with everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Supriya, for your wonderful and detailed description and brief, insightful vision on globalization and entrepreneurship. It's really an honor for us to have you on board today. But yes, without wasting a single time, now we are moving from India to Indonesia. So please welcome Professor Yotfiano from Indonesia. He is an amazing personality and entrepreneur from Indonesia.
Hello, greeting from Indonesia. My name is Lutfianto Yuda Pamungkas, and I'm really honored to speak on the second international conference on globalization and entrepreneurship organized by the World iClub Global. I'd like to express my gratitude to Professor Huma for kindly inviting me on this special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, globalization is regarded as one of the most comprehensive forces that shape the modern world. It led to major increases in worldwide trade and exchanges in an increasingly open, integrated, and borderless international economy. Globalization has drastically altered the business landscape, breaking down geographical boundaries and opening new opportunities for entrepreneurs. With access to a wider pool of resources and customers, entrepreneurship has become more accessible than ever before. Now, let's take a look at some key factors. Number one, access to new markets and customers. One of the most significant impacts of globalization on entrepreneurship is the access to new markets and customers. With the advancements of technology and transportation, companies can now reach customers beyond their local borders and tap into previously untapped markets. This has opened up a world of possibilities for entrepreneurship, providing new opportunities to grow their companies and reach a larger customer base. Number two, increased competition and market saturations. Now, another impact of globalization on entrepreneurship is the increase in the competition and market saturations. Because with more companies and entrepreneurs entering the markets, there's often a greater demand for products and services. Now, this can result in an increased competition, and this can make it more challenging for companies to stand out and establish themselves in their respective industries. On the other hand, increased competition can drive companies to innovate and improve the quality of their offerings, but on the other hand, it can also lead to market saturation, making it harder for companies to find customers and turn into profits. Now, number three is the role of technology and innovation. Technology and innovation play a very critical role in the impact of globalization on entrepreneurship. With the rapid pace of technological advancement, entrepreneurs have access to tools and resources that were previously unavailable. This is really important. This has made it easier for companies to reach customers, to streamline operations, and to stay ahead of the competitions. Now, another factor which is really important is the cultural differences and the challenges on global expansion. Cultural differences play a very significant role in the impact of globalization on entrepreneurship, especially when it comes to global expansion. Doing business in different countries can be challenging, as cultural norms, values, and beliefs can vary greatly from one place to another. Now, let's talk about the benefits of globalization for entrepreneurship. It offers a number of benefits, like the improving number of interconnectedness of the global marketplace. Entrepreneurs have access to a wider world, the wider pool of investors, customers, and resources, and also providing new opportunities for growth and expansion. However, we need to also pay attention on how to navigate regulations and legal barriers in global markets. Because navigating regulations and legal barriers in global market can be a major challenge for entrepreneurs in doing their expansion, in companies' expansion internationally. Different countries have different laws, regulations, and compliance, and also requirements as well. So it will be much more difficult for companies to know what is required in every country if they don't really adjust to those things. Now, as to conclude my speech, globalization has had a profound impact on entrepreneurship, creating new opportunities and challenges for companies around the world. Now, in conclusion, the impact of globalization on entrepreneurship is complex and far-reaching. To succeed in this environment, entrepreneurs must stay informed about the opportunities, the challenges presented by the globalizations, and must be proactive in taking advantage of new opportunities and overcoming those problems. I guess it will be a great discussion among all of the eminent speakers here. I believe that we can contribute to this world. Thank you very much. This is Lutfianto Yuda from Indonesia.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Lutfiano. That was so truly amazing to have you over here on board. So now from Indonesia, let's travel with me towards United States of America. Our next esteemed speaker, her name is Coach Marty Smith. She is a resilience ambassador, CRO at Kudus Miracle, and global speaker and entrepreneur as well. She has a wide and the beautiful command and entrepreneurship. So please welcome Marta Smith. Welcome, dear.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marty Smith, and I wanted to talk to you about globalization and entrepreneurship and how we can be thriving in a connected world. Today, we have the possibility, the ability to intersect and create endless opportunities, not just for you, not just for me, but for the whole world. So we live in a time where the world feels smaller, though it's all been through technology, and the ideas across the globe in seconds. So that form of exchange is important because it's about people, it's about cultures, it's about creativity coming together, it's about learning from each other and blending the best of everything we have in a collective wisdom to solve problems and innovate and thrive. Imagine that. But here's one thing: globalization isn't just happening to us, we are in the middle of it. As entrepreneurs, as creators, as visionaries, we have the power to shape the interconnected world. Your ideas are no longer confined by borders. The products and services that you offer can create and reach across Tokyo, across China, in South America, in even the Far East. So it's a matter of putting it all together so that you can exchange as easily as you do with your next door neighbor. So this area of globalization demands extraordinary means, especially having resilience, adaptability, boldness, daring. It asks us to embrace in diversity. It asks us to navigate challenges. It asks us to see the failure as not as an endpoint, but as a lesson. So we can try and we can try and we can try until we get it right, but we don't give up. So here's how you can step into the global arena as an entrepreneur, and it is find your unique voice. Tell your story. What is it? Bring it to the table. Maybe you have something to offer that you don't even know that could inspire others. With authenticity, you connect and you do share your passion, your purpose, and your mission. And the world listens. Build a relationship, not transactions. We are, as a globalization happens, your network is your net worth. You have to invest in people. You have to invest in relationships. You have to corroborate with others. You have partnerships to drive together, build, innovate, and together we can go even further. Be a lifelong learner. You have to believe that every day you wake up, you're going to learn something new. You're going to evolve in a very fast process because the world is constantly changing. But guess what? We're changing as well. And so I ask you to go further by creating that network, by innovating with each other and in seeing what you all can corroborate and put together to build a better world. Start small and dream big. And every global empire started with a single step. And those baby steps are lessons, are opportunities, are mistakes, and everything else combined is what builds that skill. It builds that business. It builds that relationship that doesn't go away, that lasts, that has sustainability, that has trust, know, and like involved in all your aspects. So here's what my call to action to all of you is: step into the world boldly. Look at globalization not as a challenge, but as a bridge. And dare to bring ideas to the table. Learn from your resilience, and when being called on by challenges, They will remind yourself that the most successful entrepreneurs suffered. They were the ones that rise, adapt, and keep moving forward no matter what adversity came. You have a place in the global market. You have a story and a product and a solution. The world needs it. You are a unique miracle, and the only question is, will you answer the call? Thank you, everyone, and let's build something extraordinary together. God bless.
Wow, that was truly amazing, Matty, and I'm so proud of you. Great, insightful vision you have shared today. But again, the thing is that we really need implementation as well. Whether we are discussing on globalization, on entrepreneurship, or the leadership courses, and anything on that implementation, that the great intentions are really pure and important. So I just really hope that people in the audience will definitely get the favor from your speech as well. Okay, so moving from United States of America, we are going to move to England. I have a very great and a lovely friend of mine. He is from England, and he's the founder of the Kudus Miracle, and a very great, commandable, experienced holder personality. And you will definitely gonna love his speech today. So welcome on board, Matt Allen. How are you? I just really hope that you're having a wonderful time, and let's learn his great experience on the platform of the World Eye Club.
Hello, my name is Matt Allen. I am here as a speaker at the behest of my wonderful miracle friend, Professor Dr. Huma Shah, and the World Eye Club. It's my great privilege to be able to speak with you today as a keynote speaker, and I hope that what I have to say will be some words that have great feeling for you and your family and your loved ones and your communities. I am the founder of Kudos Miracles and Democry, two organizations that are aiming to change this world in many, many ways. But we're here to talk about business and global impact and how we can make the world a better place through prosperity, health, happiness, joy, peace, the things that we all really want. And how can we make those things a reality? How can we make that into prosperity for all? How can we sustain such a thing as the fundamentals of what we all truly, hopefully, really want? You see, I take a view on the world that is different to what we are told. Maybe you take this view. Maybe you see the world through eyes that look at things and question if that's just your view of those things or if everybody looks at those things that way. You see, we all have our truth. We all have what we speak to ourselves in our internal voices, whether that be from our heart or from our minds or from our gut about certain situations and what we find out as we journey through our lives and through the world. What we come to an understanding of is that potentially our viewpoint of the world is maybe different to what we think other people think. But what if we are all the same? What if we are all thinking what potentially you, potentially I am thinking too? What if we all wanted a world which was more beneficial? What if we all wanted a world where peace was a reality, where health was about being healthy, not about pain, but rather putting people to work because those people are enabled to be healthy and bring about some economic purpose and improvement for our current situation? What if we were to find out that our truth was that we wanted to prosper and we want business to support us? What if our truth was that we wanted to find a better way for us to be healthier, but for us to be wealthier as well. What if we could all benefit by the people at the top not quite benefiting so much as they do right now? What if there was a way for us all to have just a little bit more and to actually have happiness and security and freedom and peace, like I said before? What if that world was truly possible? What if that was what we all truly want? Wouldn't that make a good business case for delivering on that, if that's what people really want? After all, business, entrepreneurialism, is about solving people's problems. And if we, people, we all want our problems solved, and we all know that there are many problems, big problems, vast problems, because we hear them all the time. But we don't hear a solution to those problems. What if we thought about things differently and thought about the solution to those problems? What about if we realized that perhaps if people want change, people want happiness, wealth, health, more wisdom through education, the ability to be able to turn on our lights and eat the food on the table because we're not so desperate for money that we have to choose between the two, or we're too busy doing 3 jobs to actually achieve those things for other family members that we try and do our best for. What if we truly change the world so that then it was a benefit to us all? If there was a way to do that, wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want a business, a company that succeeded at delivering world peace? A business that delivered on solving homelessness? A business that is not that bothered about the profit, but about the welfare and the profitability that is brought to everybody. Not about the percentage points, not about the pounds, shillings, and dollars, but more about the people. You see, I believe that people are the solution to the biggest problems in our world. In fact, I know they are. I know that because I have such business plans. I have such, some people would call them innovations. But really, they are just very simple approaches to doing business the same old way that we've been told that we have been and have always wanted to do it since the beginning of business, which is that we want to serve customers. We want to provide the solution to people and solve their problems. And in solving them, we can charge them a price for what we do. But what if that price was reasonable and fair? Maybe we can all benefit by being part of the solution to those problems. Maybe that would be a product or a service or many products and services that you would want to use. After all, it's time that we did things differently, because what we've been doing for a very long time doesn't seem to be working for most people. Certainly doesn't work for me. So why don't we think about how we can change the world through entrepreneurialism? How we can change the world through thinking what people need and how to enable that. You look at some of the biggest business leaders, the most astute and wondrous rich people in business in our world. Those people have an answer to some of the problems for people like you, people like me, people like our families and our communities. But do they solve those problems? No. Why? Because they have shareholders and they think that their responsibility to them is far more important than their responsibility to us. Well, let me put them on notice. Let me give you an insight into the future, the change that we all need, and the provision of that. That means that a company, many companies, many products and services that actually think about people first. Those are the things that will matter and will change our world. Because the old systems, the old businesses, they don't do that. Entrepreneurialism is about solving problems. Entrepreneurialism is about making sure that your stakeholders and the people who want to engage with you benefit so that then it is appealing to them. Our business, our solutions are driven by you. They solve the housing crisis. They solve world peace. They give us leaders who are chosen by us absolutely and held accountable by us entirely. There are many things beyond this. I only have a few minutes to share with you, but I wanted to share an insight as to how we can make business profit everybody by really giving everybody something more than what we have now.
Wow, that was truly an amazing, Matt. And I do believe after listening your speech and your perspective, what you had put in front of the audience right now, that it's not just only the time to take an action, but it's time to do something, to do something. Now it's over to just start thinking and do some sort of planning instead of doing action. So I believe that after having your insightful vision and beautiful, amazing what you have addressed on globalization and entrepreneurship, our young youth, especially teenagers and the young generation, will definitely get a great favor from your insightful vision. So it's a highly privilege for us to have you on board. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart for joining this beautiful conference. Okay, so move towards from England towards again United States of America. Now we have an amazing and beautiful personality. Coach Jan Lynn Ford from United States of America. She's an amazing entrepreneur and the founder of New Beauty, and branding innovator. She is also has been the amazing experience of hosting the Neuro Climbing Summit House as well. So welcome, Jamlin, and I'm so glad to have you on board. Please, the stage is yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Jenny Lynn Ford, also known as Jen Lynn UNVN from the United States of America. Today we're talking about entrepreneurship and globalization, two forces that are rapidly shaping our world. But I don't want to just speak about market expansion or technological disruption. I want to talk about the human side. Because at its core, entrepreneurship isn't just about building businesses, it's about building people, communities, and legacies. Globalization has made it easier than ever to reach across the borders, to share knowledge, and to collaborate in ways that define and redefine possibility. But in this interconnected area, are we truly connecting? Are we using globalization as a tool for equity, or are we replicating old systems that leave many behind? I believe that entrepreneurs are architects of the future, and we have a choice to build something extractive or something expansive, to create businesses that uplift, that innovate responsibly, that foster inclusivity and sustainability. So how do we do that? Well, I think there are a few ways that we can humanize globalization. We can shift from profit-driven to purpose-driven. The most successful businesses in the future won't just sell, they'll solve. If we use globalization to listen first, we can build products and services that respect cultural nuances rather than imposing a one-size-fits-all approach. Whose problem are we solving? Are we amplifying voices, or are we replacing them? I believe that we can embrace ethical and sustainable growth. We cannot discuss entrepreneurship in a globalized world without addressing its impact on the people and the planet. Supply chains, labor practices, environmental responsibility, these are not afterthoughts. They are business imperatives. Entrepreneurs who prioritize ethical and sustainable choices will be the ones who lead the next era of business. And I believe that we can invest in global collaboration, not just expansion. We must move from competition to collaboration, not just exporting our ideas, but exchanging them. Imagine what happens when a founder in Ghana collaborates with a designer in Canada and a strategist in India. We don't just build companies, we reshape what it is that looks like. So how far can we expand? How deep can we impact? As entrepreneurs in a globalized world, it is our responsibility to not just create, but to care, to build businesses that aren't just profitable, but purposeful, to recognize that in this vast network of ideas, cultures, and economies, we are not just participants, we are stewards of the future. So let us entrepreneurship and let us use it to connect, to empower, and to innovate with humanity at the center. Because business that's led with integrity don't just succeed, they change the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was truly an amazing channeling, and I'm so proud and I'm highly privileged to have you on this conference. Really, it means a lot to us to have such an amazing experience holders with us. Okay, guys, so move from United States of America to Zimbabwe. So please welcome my very own, your renowned friend, obviously, Patricia from Zimbabwe. Hello, dear.
Morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our viewers and our aspiring entrepreneurs. I am Dr. Gonde from Harare, Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe is in Africa. I would like to discuss about the profound impact of globalization on entrepreneurship, particularly for young people across the African continent and to all parts of the world. In my own view, globalization, with its interconnected markets, rapid technological advancement, and the free flow of information, presents both unprecedented challenges and remarkable opportunities for those with entrepreneurial spirit. I would like to just look at the challenges that we face and our African youth face and our African businesses face, and especially here in Zimbabwe. Our businesses, they face stiff competition from multinational corporation with vast resources and established brands. And this can make it difficult for our entrepreneurs to gain a foothold in the market. Then the dominance of global brands can also stifle innovation and limit the growth of local businesses, potentially leading to a loss of cultural identity and economic dependence. And globalization then can also sometimes lead to the exploitation of workers, particularly in developing countries, because with the low wages that are there and the poor working conditions, anyone can take a job for anything. So we need to have access to opportunities. We need to have access to the global markets, as globalization provides our African entrepreneurs with access to global market of billions of potential customers. This opens up then new avenues for growth and expansion. Let's give an example of Kenya. Let's look at the Kenyan coffee farmers who can now directly connect with coffee roasters from Europe and North America through online platforms. And then we are also looking at the technological advancement, because we are living in the digital world. The internet and other technologies have revolutionized the way businesses operate. Young entrepreneurs from Africa, from our continent Africa, from my country Zimbabwe as well, can leverage these tools to connect with customers, suppliers, and investors worldwide, regardless of their location. Then when we are also looking at the knowledge and the innovation with globalization, it facilitates the exchange of ideas and practices, because now I'm hearing about practices from Kenya, I'm hearing about practices from Philippines and all across the borders, and our African entrepreneurs can then learn from successful businesses around the world, and by so doing they can now adapt their strategies and develop innovative solutions to local challenges. Then our foreign direct investment with globalization, it also attracts foreign investments which can create jobs, it can transfer technology and stimulate economic growth, because of the goods that are coming from across the borders, and also there is trade between the two countries. So how can we help especially our young businesses or our young entrepreneurs? I am an educator myself. I believe that education plays a crucial role in preparing our students to thrive in this globalized world. We need to integrate entrepreneurship education into the curriculum, and in Zimbabwe, with the heritage-based curriculum, we have already started. This curriculum emphasizes skills such as creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, and risk taking. Our students can now be creative. They can solve problems on their own. Then we also need to equip our students with the digital skills necessary to navigate the global marketplace, including e-commerce, social media marketing, and online communication. By so doing, we also need to foster an understanding of these global markets, because some of them need the knowledge. They also need to understand the cultural diversity and international business practices. So we need to facilitate partnership, especially with schools and businesses, providing students with mentorship opportunities, just like we are doing in Zimbabwe. When they leave high school, they are able to be self-employed, because now they've got the HEXCO certificate. So by embracing all these opportunities presented by globalization and addressing the challenges effectively, we can empower our African youths, our youths across the world, to become successful entrepreneurs, drive economic growth, and contribute to a brighter future for our continent. Entrepreneurship is not just about starting a business, it's about discovering and pursuing your passion, creating value, and making a positive impact on the world. Thank you.
That's really amazing point, Dr. Gonde. I truly appreciate the way you have described your country and represent the entrepreneurship and globalization strength and impact, and what will be the implementations on different strategy. That is truly, truly amazing. Thank you so very much, Zimbabwe. So let's move to another country, Vietnam. Yes, we have an amazing researcher, senior advisor, and entrepreneur from Vietnam. Please welcome Jasmine. A warm welcome to you, Jasmine.
Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine from Vietnam. I am an English teacher and a CEO. It's a great honor for us to be speaker at the second international conference of globalizations and entrepreneurship. At a representatives from Vietnam, a country rising strongly in the area of globalizations, I am delighted to share some insight from our students and the lesson we have learned that may contribute to the global discussions. Vietnam is shining example of how globalization can bring positive change. From an agriculture-based economy, we have transformed into a hub for manufacturing, export, and investment in South Asia. This success is thanks to deep integration into global markets through free trade agreements, digital transformation, and the creativity for our people. However, globalization also brings challenges. Vietnamese business, mostly small and medium enterprises, face intense competitions from global corporations and pressure into innovate to meet international standards. Yes, the challenges have fueled a spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation among our young generation. Entrepreneurship in Vietnam is not just about making profit. It's about transforming the economy and creating solutions for society. Vietnam has built a dynamic startup ecosystem, which businesses excelling in key areas such as technology. Companies like VNG and Momo are getting recognition both locally and regionally. And smart agriculture, innovative solutions are adding value to agricultural products and connecting them to global markets. Digital transformations with some touch savvy populations startups are helping Vietnam become a leader of regional innovations. What makes Vietnam entrepreneurial spirit special is blend of modern creativity and traditional value, creating a unique appeals in the global markets. So we can learn from Vietnam. Vietnam students offer 3 key lessons for entrepreneur in the global era. Adaptability is essential in passaging one flexibility, a quick response opportunity to crucial of success. Collaboration leads to grow. No business can thrive alone. Building international partnership, individual insist internet connected as think globally, act locally. Understanding our identity and how to connect with global markets is a long-term strategy for success. So Vietnam is ready to be an active part of the global entrepreneurship ecosystem. More importantly, we aim to share a value and present creativity and community spirit. Thank you for inviting me, Confident. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Jasmine, for your wonderful and insightful perspective. And actually, through this, we can easily get to know that what is actual entrepreneurship in Vietnam. So, thank you so very much for your busy schedule. I know you have shared the video with us, and I'm glad to play over here with you as well. So, yeah, thank you so much once again. And without wasting a single time again, we are now moving to Syria. Yes, we have a wonderful lady from Syria, Professor Dr. Jelina, sorry, Boskovic from Syria. She is an international motivational speaker, global educationist, entrepreneur as well, and multi awardee lady as well. So I just really wanted to give her applause and welcome on the stage. Jelena, the stage is yours, dear. Thank you for joining us today.
Morning, day, and evening. Dear His Excellency Professor Dr. Himasha, ladies and gentlemen, eminent scientists, university professors, representatives of international organization, guests of honor, dear students. I am Professor Dr. Jelena Bošković, academician of RSA, PhD, Belgrade Metropolitan University, Republic of Serbia. I offer special thanks for the invitation to be the keynote speaker and send my warm greeting to organizer Professor Dr. Ima Shah, President, Organization Committee, the World Wide Club Global, Second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship with Team Globalization and Entrepreneurship Impact Strategy in our society. To begin with, I will quote the brilliant Peter Drucker. The best way to predict the future is to create it. My topic, the impact of globalization on creative entrepreneurship. The only thing that is certain in the 21st century is that everything is uncertain. The fact is that the business environment is turbulent, volatile, and often unpredictable, which certainly make it difficult for existing companies to operate and impose constant limitation and the introduction of innovative business models. And not only the business environment, but also the geographical environment. The climate on the planet is changing. The population is growing. In underdevelopment and developing countries are declining. In the vast majority of developed countries with an increasing share of the early population, economic migration between continents is a reality. The COVID-19 pandemic has showed it down the chains of international logistic trade and transport, tourism, culture, sport, and other non-economic activity. Coronavirus COVID-19 is a pandemic that has not only caused significant devastation around the world, but also present some important opportunity and possibility for entrepreneurship to be innovative in the market. To go entrepreneurship shares are resilient by nature. The COVID-19 crisis term of size and duration has led to specific challenges that entrepreneurs face in adapting to the new environment. This challenge can be linked to the way entrepreneurs respond uncertainly with flexibility, but also through the support of the entrepreneurial ecosystem. The impact of globalization on entrepreneurship, but also the impact of digitalization and entrepreneurship on the power exponential of globalization is very large. Entrepreneurship is today a global phenomenon. Globalization has four components, namely trade, investment, migration, and the spread of information. Digitalization has introduced used to new era of digital transformation or era for, for the era of the fourth industrial revolution, which has put pressure on companies to recognize their current strategy and explore new business opportunity. Artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, big data, social network, cloud technology, computing robotics, 3D printer, autonomous vehicle, virtual reality, machine learning are no longer in the realm a megatrend all the future, but have become a reality in the 21st century. Digital transformation is defined as a process used to restructure economies, institutions, and society at systematic level. For example, social media is changing the way companies communicate with customers, deliver their service, and integrate their information technology systems. Big data is not only relevant for market and customer relationship management. Thank you for attention. Best wishes to all participants in this important conference.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing, beautiful, but more than amazing, I think, because it's really need we need time to understand the realities of globalization and entrepreneurship. Again, I must say that we the people, every individual needs to start implementation. Just stop thinking over it and start doing action. That will only be the choice and option to achieve your goals, and which will definitely help you to make it happen. Okay, so thank you, Janine. I am truly honored to have you. Okay, so let's move to Philippine. Again, our very talented, amazing personality, the president of Raymond Business Consultancy and the Great Ideas Management, and the very own friend, Dr. Professor Raymond from Philippines. Welcome, dear, and thank you so very much for joining us today. And the stage is yours now. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and honored guests. It is truly a privilege to speak to you today at the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship. Our theme, Globalization and Entrepreneurship, Impact Strategies in Our Society, presents an indelible opportunity to explore the profound interplay between these vital forces shaping our world. As we embark on this journey, let us consider how globalization not only opens new doors for entrepreneurs but also challenges them to adapt, innovate, and contribute to their communities. To begin, let's define what we mean by globalization. It, in its essence, globalization refers to the interconnectedness of economies, cultures, and societies that transcends national borders. This has been fulfilled by advancement in technology, communication, and transportation. Concurrently, entrepreneurship, the act of creating, managing, and scaling businesses, can be seen as a responsible to the opportunities and challenges that arise from this interconnected world. In this global landscape, entrepreneurship serves as a catalyst for economic development and social progress. With access to international markets, entrepreneurs can scale their businesses beyond local borders. For instance, a local artisan can utilize online platforms to reach a global audience, turning a small initiative into a thriving enterprise. This not only generates income for the entrepreneur, but also empowers communities by creating jobs and fostering innovation. However, with these opportunities also come significant challenges. Entrepreneurs today face fierce competition not just from local businesses but from global counterparts. To survive, they must develop unique value proposition and differentiation strategies. This is where creativity and agility come into play. Entrepreneur must stay informed about global trends, harness new technologies, and cultivate diverse skill sets. Let's consider the concept of social entrepreneurship, which has gained traction in recent years. These entrepreneurs recognize that business success must also encompass societal well being. Think of enterprises focused on sustainable practices or those addressing social issues such as education, healthcare, and environmental concerns. By integrating a social mission into their business model, they tap into globalization's potential to create meaningful change. Companies like Tom's, which donates a pair of shoes for every pair sold, exemplify how a business can succeed while positively impacting communities on a global scale. Moreover, globalization compels entrepreneurs to embrace diversity and inclusivity. By leveraging diverse perspectives and backgrounds, businesses can innovate and resonate with broader audiences. An exclusive workforce is not just a moral imperative, it's a strategic advantage that can lead to more creative solutions and stronger market alignment. So, how can we, as a collective of entrepreneurs, policymakers, and educators devise impact strategies that capitalize on globalization while addressing its inherent challenges? First,
Amazing. I think that there is something technical glitches you're facing. But anyhow, no problem. Thank you so very much, Raman, for your wonderful and insightful vision, what you have shared with us today. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move towards India once again. We have an amazing personality, very beautiful friend of mine, Dr. Anuja Malik from India. She's an international speaker, trainer, soft skill trainer, and entrepreneur, as well as the beautiful lady. So please welcome Anuja. Stage is yours, dear. A very warm welcome to the World Eye Club. Yes.
Hello everyone, I am Anuja Malik from India. I'm working as CCO and editor-in-chief in Kudos Miracle. I'm also a communication coach, content writer, and international speaker. I feel privileged to be here. And thank you so much, Dr. Huma Shah, for the cordial invite, and also thanks to my lovely audience. So today I'm going to speak on globalization and entrepreneurship, its impact strategies in our society. Globalization significantly impacts entrepreneurship by providing access to wider markets, thus facilitating international collaborations, driving innovation through exposure to diverse technologies, and creating opportunities for the entrepreneurs to expand their reach beyond domestic borders. Ultimately, it contributes to economic growth and development across societies. However, it also presents several challenges like increased competitions and navigating cultural differences when operating in multiple markets. What are the key impacts of globalization on entrepreneurship? Let's find out. Market access. When globalization opens up new markets for entrepreneurs to sell their products and services, thus allowing them to tap into a larger customer base and potentially increasing their revenue. What is when access to technology and knowledge is there? So, by that connection, entrepreneurs with global networks, globalization provides access to advanced technologies, industry best practices, and expertise from all around the world, thus fostering innovation and ideas. It also helps in international partnerships and collaborations. Entrepreneurs can form strategic alliances with businesses in other countries to access new markets, share resources, and leverage complementary skills, thus, hoping for the cost optimization. In that, globalization also allows all the entrepreneurs to source materials and labors from countries with lower costs, potentially leading to more competitive pricings, talent pools, accessing to a global entrepreneurs to recruit skilled individuals from diverse backgrounds, enhancing their workforce capabilities, and completing all the strategies for entrepreneurs in a globalized world. When it develops a global mindset, what it do? It understands different cultures, business practices, and legal frameworks to effectively operate in multiple markets, thus providing leverage to digital platforms too. Utilizing online tools, which is very popular, and platforms to reach global customers and build international networks. Thus, it also creates and builds strong partnerships and rapports. Collaborations with local partners in target markets to access distribution channels and navigating regulatory complexities. What it do after focusing on innovation and ideas? It continuously develops new products and services that cater to diverse global needs to stay, to be more alive, to be competitive, to adapt to the more local markets, and tailoring all the products and marketing strategies to suit the specific needs and preferences of each target market and customers. The challenges which are coming, which are associated with globalization for entrepreneurs, all those also comes and vary over there. The increased competitions, facing competition from global players which can put pressure on pricing and market share, the cultural barriers, all the navigating cultural differences in communication, business ethics and etiquettes and market expectations can be more challenging then. So, a regulatory complexity should be there, and currency fluctuations should also be altered with time. So, we can summarize that globalization presents significant opportunities for entrepreneurs to expand their reach and access new markets, but it also demands strategic planning and adaptations to navigate the complexities of operating in a global landscape. Here I end my speech. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anuja. And you did an amazing job. Thank you for your brief description on globalization. And you have put it really amazing things on it as well on the table. So thank you, Anuja, once again. And moving from India, let's welcome Malaysia. We have a very own our senior professor and colleague, Professor Khairuddin from Malaysia. And I don't think so that you need any sort of introduction of him. So let's welcome on the stage. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Professor Khairuddin. The stage is yours. Yes, please.
Hi guys, let me share with you my take on globalization and entrepreneurship. Okay, globalization, we all know it's a fashionable term. People like to say they want to be global, and but there are a lot of global companies who actually are localizing, which means to say that their trademark, their brand, everyone knows about it all over the world. So it's big, it's global. So they are localizing it. So which means to say that they are operating in a lot or many places all around the world. So globalization is wanting to take your product or your services to the world. That's globalization. And the other globalization, after globalization, you say you want to localize it. So you have a local partner, or you meet the taste or the needs of the local people, and to attract them to your products and services. So that's basically what globalization and localization means in a nutshell. And the other one is entrepreneurship. Okay, when you talk about entrepreneurship, straight away that comes to one's mind is business. Being an entrepreneur is you are doing business. Okay, if you see if someone makes a comment and say he or she is entrepreneurial, that means that person has got the inclination or has got the skills or the behavioral patterns that is indicating that he or she is entrepreneurial or an entrepreneur, or can do well if he or she decides to go into business. So an entrepreneur is someone who do business, but it's not just necessarily business. It could also be in the government. If you say that the person, or the male or the female in the organization is entrepreneurial, so he would be doing his job or her job using some entrepreneurial skills, as opposed to someone who is not entrepreneurial, very processual, very governmental. They follow just the system. That's it. No entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneur basically is, I would like to repeat, is business, someone who has got a business instinct. An entrepreneur is someone who creates something out of nothing. And of course, that does not mean that in the government there are no people like that. There are a lot of people who works in the government, but they have this entrepreneurial spirit or entrepreneurial mindset. They're able to create something new. They're able to put something that may be outdated and turn it into something that is more likable, and suddenly it becomes fashionable. So that's my quick take on entrepreneurship, globalization and entrepreneurship. Bye guys.
Thank you, Professor Khairuddin. It's an amazing experience to you on board. So, let's move towards Pakistan. We have amazing personality, international speaker, and experience holder personality from Pakistan. We have Chaudhry Mudassir from Pakistan. And Mudassir, a very warm welcome to you on the platform of the World ICUP Global on the occasion of second international conference on globalization and entrepreneurship. So the stage is yours. Please, welcome.
Thank you, the World iClub Global, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk in the second international conference. I am also thankful Professor Dr. Huma Shah in this regard as well. This is Mudassar Majid. I'm a media person, I'm an English teacher as well as an entrepreneur. The topic on which I'm going to talk about, that is about the impact of artificial intelligence on global entrepreneurial opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence is no longer just a futuristic concept. It is here. It is just a transforming the global entrepreneurial landscape in unprecedented ways. From startups to multinational corporations, AI is reshaping how businesses innovate, operate, and scale. AI has automated repetitive tasks, enabling businesses to focus on creativity and strategic growth. For instance, chatbot powered by AI handled customer service 24/7, improving user experiences while cutting operational costs. Tools like machine learning algorithm analyze massive database to provide insight that help businesses make informed decisions quickly. In this regard, I would like to add some of the examples that Amazon uses AI for personalized recommendations, which contributes significantly to its revenue growth. This efficiency allows even small startups to compete large players. AI has opened doors to the entirely new industries, from automation vehicles to predictive healthcare. Entrepreneurs are also leveraging AI to create a solution to the global challenges like climate change, like healthcare accessibilities, and food security. In this regard, I would like to add example over here. The companies like Blue River Technology use AI to enhance agricultural productivity, helping farmers globally. So moreover, AI democratizes innovation by reducing barriers to the entry. Tools like OpenAI, GPT allows entrepreneurs without technical expertise to build AI-powered solutions, encouraging global participation in the entrepreneurship. AI is bridging economic divides by empowering entrepreneurs in developed countries. With access to AI tools, they can scale businesses, access global market, and solve local problems. For instance, African entrepreneurs are using AI for fintech solution, providing banking services to the unbanked populations. Moreover, challenges remain such as lack of AI infrastructure in some regions. Addressing these gaps can unlock immense potential for global innovation. As AI grows, ethical considerations must follow. Issues like data privacy, job displacement, and bias in AI system need attention. Entrepreneurs have a responsibility to develop AI solutions that are transparent, inclusive, and ethical. The future of AI in entrepreneurship is bright. One where innovation thrives, but only if we use it responsibly. At the last, I would like to say that in conclusion, AI is not just a tool, it is a catalyst for the entrepreneurial revolution, fostering innovation, global collaboration, and sustainable growth. Let us embrace all AI not as a replacement. I'm gonna repeat once again that let's embrace AI not as a replacement but as a partner in our journey to create impactful businesses and solve the world's greatest challenges all around the world. So we are looking forward to have assistance, to get the assistance of AI, so that everyone should use AI for the productive way. So I would like to thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. So I have ended my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mudassir. It was an amazing honor and amazing experience as well to have you over here on board. So thank you so very much, Pakistan. It's so nice to see such a beautiful, insightful visions and the missions of the people. I just really hope that our planet will definitely going to rock and fire for our upcoming centuries. Okay, so without wasting a single time, let's move towards Bangladesh. Yes, we have a amazing personality from Bangladesh, and he is an international speaker as well, senior advisor as well, an entrepreneur. So please welcome Professor, sorry, not a professor, Coach Safal from Bangladesh. Welcome. Yes, can you hear me, Safal? No, you're not here? This is also known as a globalization, the global issue when you have such sort of internet connectivities problem. But that's not a problem at us at all. We will definitely try to fix it out very soon. And our live show is going on last from 2 hours, 22 minutes. And let me help to share the screen. I'm trying to get it as soon as possible. Yeah, so we have right now Professor Dr. Ashia Khatun from India once again. So let's hear her experience and insightful vision first. Then we'll move towards other speakers. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Professor Ashia. I just really hope that you will definitely going to fix it in a row with your insightful vision. Please welcome to the show.
Today, on the eve of second international conference of World Eye Club Global, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Dr. Huma Shah for extending me with this invitation. I would also like to express my heartiest greetings to one and all. The theme of today's conference that I would like to speak on is globalization and entrepreneurship. The significant impact of globalization and entrepreneurship is the recognition of entrepreneurs, those who come up with new business ideas due to the extensive roadways and transportation system. Right from the technological products to service consultancies, all organizations have been benefited with globalization. Due to the improved technological system and digitalization, online shopping has come up to its peak. The online shopping has helped people to save their time, to save their energy, as well as to save their extra expenses paid on visiting a variety of stores. The various positive impact of globalization and entrepreneurship has been reflected, such as the trade and investment opportunities has increased, there is increase in economic development, status and dignity of human resources, as well as skilled laborers have been improved. There is improvement in health sector, there is improvement in education sector, and the most important contribution of globalization and entrepreneurship is that people's living standard has been raised higher throughout the globe in leaps and bounds. That's all from my side today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Aisha, for giving the precious, insightful vision on entrepreneurship and globalization. It's really an honor for us to have you over there. I know due to the different time zone differences, people might be busy in their routines and all this thing. But let's try to fix it and welcome Safal if we can have it on board or not. Let's check it over there. I'm still trying to get him, but unfortunately, I don't know that what is happening. Anyhow, without wasting a single time, let's please welcome Queen Professor Dr. Elizabeth from United States of America, and you will definitely gonna be amazed after listening her speech on globalization and entrepreneurship. So please welcome Dr. Elizabeth. Yes.
Greetings from United Kingdom. I'm Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu, the Global President of Yes You Can International. All protocol observed, and thanks to Professor Dr. Huma Shah, President of the World Eyes Club Global, for this invite to be the guest speaker at this second international conference on globalization and entrepreneurship. The theme of this conference is globalization and entrepreneurship, and that is impact strategies in our society, which is very, very important at this time of economy. But to appreciate Author Daniel Zina and Author Dr. George Hobe India recently, they both concluded that to strive in today's complex and globalized work environment, both managers and employees must adapt, and developing a global mindset is key to be perceived as open-minded and positive towards a diverse and inclusive workshop. Thinking globally exposes us to a new perspective and things we have never known, and it takes us out of our comfort zone, as explained by the business leader Aaron Midaniel in a feature for personalbranding.com. So, mindset is powerful. They create your reality and shape your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in important ways. They can also create blind spots, fuel biased thinking, and when left unchecked, can be hard to change. For many aspects of your mindset remain outside of your consciousness. Mindset is the storehouse of information. Mindset opens to opportunities and learning. Mindset is about perception, judgment, and performance. The most important thing is mindset to transform business and employment. You need to renew your mindset. Change your mindset because mindset is everything. If you are talking about globalization, mindset is very, very important. A changed mindset will improve your performance and having better choice to change our lives and help others. Now, what have we established? Now that we have established what mindset is all about, let us proceed to understand that there is global mindset. So what is global mindset in your own words? It is a mindset of thinking outside the box, especially doing business beyond the boundary and has been set. It is the habit, expectation, and the best practices in other countries and culture that needs to be aware of. So what are the characteristics of this global mindset? It is the ability to be able to understand, to adapt to change, different environments, and to diversify and build diplomatic relationship among leaders and organizations. It is also the ability to discuss and examine values and different opinions in the different cultural influences that enhance the journey of life and shift our attention away from working locally or nationally to embrace global market. So there are few points about globalization that can impact your own business strategies. Number one, positive perception of global demand and opportunities. Two, developing a strong cultural adaptation strategy and a cohesive global identity can enhance your positioning in foreign markets. 3. Effective global organizational network and cooperation. 4. Effective global organization network and cooperation. 5. Increase employee and engagement and trust thanks to better cross-cultural communication and improve interaction between members of the board and also the employee. Then, the next one, willingness to explore further global opportunities to amplify the company's reach. Next one, leveraging the potential of offshore function to streamline operation and optimize performance. Significantly fast entry to international market and a more proactive approach to risk taking. Enhance financial and international success with the combined effect of competence, leadership, and improve team performance. The next one, effective management training programs in both multinational corporations and mid-sized companies to shaping leadership capacity. Fast integration of foreign professionals into their host or home culture and fostering better diversity and inclusion. So to conclude, why is it important then to be a global thinker, and what are global thinking skills? To conclude this matter, we are all citizens of a multitude of community based on everything from geographic to ethnicity, from hobbies to cultural groups. Global thinking is about appreciating this multiplicity, understanding and appreciating one's own community, and being curious and open to exploring others. Finally, the global market is also referred to as the ability to manage across cultures, think and act internationally, think globally, and act locally. So global thinkers are relentless, curious about what the world is like for others, devouring global businesses news and volunteering for opportunities to broaden their experience. The Chinese proverb above about the frog who lives at the bottom of a well is a perfect example. If you want to be successful, it's vital to see and understand how the world works and how we all interconnected through trade, media, the internet, travel, and politics. Broadening your sense of normal, your idea of how to interact with others, seeing a company operating in different regions of the world. Let me use this time to wish you all happy success in whatever you're doing to reach the stage of globalization entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Elizabeth. It was an amazing experience to have you on board, and your insightful vision are amazing. I think that the perspective really matters, the thoughts are really matters, the things are really matters, that what we ought to be, what we really want to do, what our missions are, how can we approach towards our goal, what will be the target material to achieve our goals. I think that all the things come up with the great ideas and the great, that is the only way how we can create the change makers in this world. Okay, so the Professor Dr. Elizabeth from UK, we are going towards again United States of America, and now we have very own. She is a master trainer, by the way, of the World Eye Club Global as well, international speaker, entrepreneur, and the founder of international company as well, Professor Dr. Jenny Rapstead from United States of America. Please welcome. Hi.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Jeannie Rabstead, president of Jeannie Rabstead Enterprises, LLC of the United States of America. I'm an entrepreneur. I am also a professional pitch coach for entrepreneurs who are trying to raise seed money for their startup businesses. Unless you have sufficient funds to organize and launch your business, then the chances are that you have to bootstrap what you can and raise money from other sources. Whether you try to crowdfund, enter pitch competitions for prize money, seek financing from venture capitalists or angel investors, you will have to develop a pitch for the funds that will get the attention of your potential investors. Put the necessary effort into your pitch. There's a lot at stake. Your potential investors expect you to bring your A game to your funding meeting. You should expect and be prepared to offer a video submission of your pitch. Seek professional help when you need it. Perhaps you don't have a ability to write a strong pitch presentation, or making a video is beyond your skills. So ask for help, because smart people ask for help when they need it. Make sure that your content meets the event requirements. The point of your pitch presentation is to make sure that you are granted the funds that you are seeking. Therefore, follow all instructions to ensure that your content meets the event requirements and criteria. If you are competing for funding in a pitch competition, the contest organizer will provide a list of the slide content. Follow the instructions exactly, otherwise you could be disqualified. Prepare and have at the ready an executive summary. Potential investors will ask for it. Do your research and make a solid impression demonstrating that you are worth the investment. Rehearse your pitch until you are confident. Keep a rehearsal log so that you cannot kid yourself that you are ready to pitch when you are not. Rehearse your technology together with your pitch. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse until you get it right. Use good diction. Avoid using reduction words like gonna, gotta, wanna, I'm a ya. Your goal is to sound professional, not folksy. Do not drop the G in the gerund. Once again, your goal is to sound professional. Dress for success. Do yourself every favor. Be confident, poised, and enthusiastic. If you appear confident, you will inspire confidence in your potential investor. Now tell them what you want. This is known as the ask. Are you seeking money? If so, how much? Are you seeking technical assistance? Are you searching for a location, staff, raw materials, assistance with developing your prototype? Tell the potential investors what you need and want. The stakes are high, so do your best effort in every aspect of your pitch. The point is to secure your desired funding. Pitch as perfectly as possible. Best wishes. I'd like to thank you to the World iClub Global for the invitation to present. I hope this information was helpful to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your presentations always given an inspiration to all of the people. And it's an amazing experience to have you. Thank you so very much. Okay, so without wasting a single time, guys, let's move towards United States of America. Again, we have the great personality entrepreneur, Latasha Ramsey. Please welcome Latasha. Hello, Latasha. Welcome to the world.
My name is Dr. Latasha Ramsey Cyprian, and I am here today to talk about two topics, globalization and entrepreneurship. I'm an author, I'm a coach, a speaker, credit strategist. I am one of the owners of Professional Pulse magazine. So I've seen firsthand how these two forces of globalization and entrepreneurship have reshaped lives and businesses around the world. So globalization has brought people closer together. The world is more interconnected than ever before, with businesses now able to reach out to customers on every continent. For entrepreneurs, this global landscape, it offers unprecedented opportunities. The barriers for entry are lower. With the right tools, anyone, regardless of their location, can build a business that impacts the world. But globalization is not just about economic growth. We have to remember that it's about the exchange of ideas, cultures, and the breaking down of borders. This creates a unique space for entrepreneurship to thrive, where individuals can innovate, solve problems, and empower others. So for women especially, this is a game changer because after centuries of fighting for recognition and having a seat at the table, we are now stepping up to create, lead, and influence in bold new ways, leveraging globalization to connect with global markets and make meaningful impacts. However, we must acknowledge that there is still a long way to go. We still have a lot of work to do. Women entrepreneurs unfortunately face more barriers than their male counterparts. They have limited access to funding, and there's exclusion from key networks. And there's also cultural biases that hinders their progress. So globalization, while it is full of promise, it must be accompanied by strategies that provide resources, support, and opportunities for women to thrive. So how can we ensure that women entrepreneurs fully leverage globalization? So I'm going to tell you about three key strategies. So the first strategy is inclusive growth. We must create ecosystems that support women, ensure that they have access to funding and collaboration spaces. This empowers women to thrive and succeed in business. Number two is mentorship and investment. We have to invest in women-led businesses. We have to invest in them both financially and also intellectually. Both is very crucial. By supporting women entrepreneurs, we nurture the next generation of leaders and innovators. And number three, we have to leverage global networks. Globalization allows us to connect across borders. So empowering women to tap into these global networks creates a more dynamic, innovative, and resilient entrepreneurial ecosystem. So in conclusion, let's remember that globalization and entrepreneurship, they're powerful catalysts for change. When combined with inclusive strategies, they can create a world where opportunities are not just defined by gender or geography. Women are rising and they're leading the charge to shape the future for business. So let's continue to champion their empowerment, break down barriers, and create a world where every entrepreneur has the chance to succeed and change the world for the better. Thank you for listening to me again. I'm Dr. Latasha Ramsey Cyprian. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Latasha. It was an amazing experience to have you over here. And I'm so glad that I have you as my speaker. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker from India, Professor Neha, and she will give you and address the insightful perspective on globalization and entrepreneurship. So let's welcome her and learn in a different way of entrepreneur world. Yes, Neha, please welcome. Wow, welcome.
To everyone. I am Neha Shrivastava and I feel honored to be a guest speaker at the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship organized by the World Eye Club Global. It's a privilege to be here today to discuss two of the most transformative forces shaping our world, that is globalization and entrepreneurship. In today's interconnected society, these forces have become deeply intertwined, influencing economies, cultures, and even the way we live our daily lives. Globalization, a double edged sword. Globalization refers to the increasing interconnectedness of countries and societies through trade, communication, and technology. It has drastically changed how businesses operate, how we connect with one another, how goods and services are exchanged across borders. The rise of global markets, advance in technology, and easier access to information have all fueled the rapid global shift. On one hand, globalization has brought remarkable benefits for businesses. It has opened up new markets, provided access to a larger pool of talent, and facilitated the exchange of innovative ideas. It has created a level of competition that drives companies to improve and adapt, ultimately benefiting consumers with better products at lower prices. On the other hand, globalization also brings challenges. Local businesses may struggle to compete with multinational corporations that have far more resources. Economic inequality can widen as not all regions or individuals are able to access the benefits of globalization equally. Now we come to entrepreneurship, innovation, and adaptation in a globalization world. Entrepreneurship at its core is about identifying opportunities, solving problems, and bringing innovative solutions to the market. The impact of globalization on entrepreneurship has been profound as it has created a wealth of opportunities for entrepreneurship to scale their business beyond borders. One of the most significant strategies that entrepreneurs are using today is embracing digital platforms. E-commerce, social media marketing, and global supply chains have allowed small business to reach a global audience with just few clicks. Entrepreneurs are now able to tap into markets that were once out of reach due to geographical and financial limitations. However, entrepreneurship in a globalized world also demands new strategies. Entrepreneurs must navigate cultural differences, regulatory complexities, and competition from both local and international players. Impact on society to create a more connected, prosperous, and inclusive world. But we must be mindful of the challenges they bring and take proactive steps to ensure that the benefits are shared by all. As individuals, as entrepreneurs, and as global citizens, we have a unique opportunity to shape this future. By embracing innovation, fostering inclusion, and adapting to the ever evolving global landscape, we can create a world where opportunity is limitless and society as a whole thrives. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Neha, for your wonderful and insightful vision you have put it in this conference. Thank you so much for your amazing vision. It's a great honor to have all of you over here. Thank you so much for your lovely patience and participation. Our next speaker is from South Africa. Please welcome Professor Dr. Maheen from Africa. Yes, Professor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I greet you all in the universal greeting of peace with blessings. Thank you very much, Dr. Humasha, for having me and for allowing us all to grace your platform today to discuss a very, very important topic, especially on, globalization, which is impacting every one of us, entrepreneurship, which we don't talk often enough about, but we take for granted. So thank you very much for the opportunity again. Globalization is something that we need to understand is it's a leading factor. If we want to look at success for each one of us, we have to understand that aspect of where we're coming from, because no matter where we are in the world, it gives us this level of interconnectedness. And through that being interconnectedness, we're able to, for example, have a platform like this one, where we connect with each other no matter where you are in the world. And we're able to communicate effectively with each one of us, our individuality capacities, yes, but also with each of our communities, societies. And through that connectedness, what are we doing? We're helping each other. And through helping each other, we help build where we're at, the communities, societies, nations. But it starts with each one of us, which is where the globalization can link into this aspect of entrepreneurship. Because what does this do? It allows for us to become empowered. Through globalization right now, we are able to go online, we're able to look for what is the cheaper item where in the world, and we're able to actually purchase it at a given cheaper rate. We're able to do this while communicating and building a network with other people. Globalization allows us to do this. And the level of empowerment that you can feel or get when you're trying to do this kind of networking and you build yourself and your infrastructures within and your sectors to build what is your level of entrepreneurship, which is your niche, what do you want to work with. Globalization is the key to be able to impact on that more clearly. So ask yourself right now, what are you doing to empower yourself through these levels of connectedness? To share my little bits. We're all here to build together. We're all here to learn from each other. And of course, if our ultimate vision is to grow and build humanity, then it is through these levels of growing ourselves through humanity that we can achieve success for us all. Thank you very much again, and God bless.
God bless you too. Thank you so much, Maheen, for your wonderful and insightful vision on globalization and entrepreneurship. Okay, guys, so ladies and gentlemen, I know that you are enjoying the show with me as well. So let's move towards India as well. We have Alka Mahajan from India, our next guest. Please welcome Alka. Yes, Alka.
Of peace, love, and happiness to everyone all across the globe. It is an absolute delight to be part of the second international conference organized by the World Eye Club Global. And I'm extremely grateful to my friend, Professor Humaji, for extending this warm invitation. Thank you so much. It's always a delight to be on your platform. But now coming to this very crucial and very dynamic topic, I would say, globalization and entrepreneurship. What I feel is that these two terms, when we just talk about them, globalization is the process of increasing interconnectivity and interdependence among countries through trade, through investment, through technology. Entrepreneurship, on the other hand, is the act of starting and running new businesses. In our world today, more so, globalization has in fact reshaped entrepreneurship, bringing both opportunities and challenges. Yes. First of all, I would like to talk about the opportunities that has been created by the power of globalization. So, globalization, number one, when we actually think about it, it involves and it actually gives way to market expansion. An entrepreneur in a small township can now reach customers, clients worldwide, significantly increasing their potential customer base. Second, it also provides access to diverse resources. So when I talk about this, entrepreneurs can now source materials and talent from across the globe, fostering innovation and reducing costs. And this is wonderful. Not only this, globalization also enhances, and these are my favorite, networking and collaboration. Entrepreneurs can now connect with partners, investors across the borders, gaining invaluable support and insights to navigate international markets. But having talked about these beautiful opportunities, there are a lot of challenges which are posed by globalization, and we cannot ignore them when we're actually, trying to figure out how they can actually impact us all over the globe. So, what are these challenges? Number one, I would say one major issue would be increased competition. Now, if the competition is healthy, it's fine, but it generally doesn't stay that way at times because we're all human beings. Entrepreneurs today face rivals not just locally, but now they have to face this competition from across the world, and this could be very overwhelming, especially for startups. Another thing is that regulatory complexities can also be very daunting. Different countries have varying laws and tariffs. This makes the international operations difficult and at times very, very expensive. Additionally, understanding cultural differences. Now, this is also important because entrepreneurs must adapt their markets and marketing strategies to resonate with diverse consumer behaviors. Now, what is the impact of innovation? In all this, the word innovation comes in big time. Because despite these challenges, globalization fosters innovation, which is so powerful. It encourages knowledge sharing, this is again my favorite, and enables entrepreneurs to access international funding. Sources such as, it's very popular crowdfunding platforms and global venture capital. Now, I would always say that, and I have always believed that the power of the seas is very instrumental in enhancing and giving more power to, entrepreneurs. Why? Because entrepreneurs using their connections, using their communication skills, using their creativity skills, using their collaboration skills, they can create something really beautiful. And also, they say that if we have to live in a dynamic world, we need to be ready to revise anything, any system that is outdated. We need to maybe scrap any method that is outdated. We need to abandon any theory because if we need the success of a venture on a global level. And finally, as a call to action, I encourage all of you to think globally in your entrepreneurial journeys. Let's harness the power of globalization to innovate and make a positive impact in this world. And for the rest, I would always like to, end with my
Oh, I think something has happened with the anyways, no problem. It's always a global issue to face any sort of internet connectivity. Thank you so much, by the way, Alkaji. It was an amazing experience. Your perspective has truly, you always speak like a lively a person, and you are a lively person, obviously. Okay, so let's move towards United States of America once again, and please welcome Professor Janelle from USA. Hello, dear. Welcome to the show. Janelle.
Hello and welcome to the International Conference of Globalization and Entrepreneurship. I'm Janelle Boyles of the United States, Senior Master Trainer with the World Eye Club Global, educator, author, holistic practitioner, artist, and humanitarian philanthropist. Thank you to the World Eye Club Global for hosting this wonderful platform to share our gifts of collaboration, consciousness, and humanity. As a female entrepreneur that has been navigating the role of a growing business owner, consciousness coach, and branding ambassador for global humanitarian networks, this is a topic that truly dives into my passion. Modern day, we are globalized as never before, having the world at our fingertips, literally. We have access to global networking to anywhere in the world via mobile, laptop, desktop, etc. Most of the modern world has access to a global connectivity that has surpassed what anyone ever predicted it to be. There are still a percentage that do not have full access, but the world is close to being fully globalized via internet. Roughly 33%, or 2.7 billion, do not have access to data or internet, whether the reason is due to rural, financial, or by choice. That directs our attention to the 67% that do have data or internet access, at about 5.5 billion people. So my question I would like to address, rather than just in form of statistics and numbers, is, of the 67%, or 5.5 billion, how are you utilizing your network? Are you using your ability to globally connect to your fullest advantage to make the connections necessary to bring the level of entrepreneurship you desire to your life experience, need, or business? Chances are the answer is no. We would all be millionaires with widespread entrepreneur success. Even I, as educated and experienced as I am, still find ways to maximize my usage of data and time online, and avenues for fluid income with minimal effort. This applies to anyone using the internet to connect with far corners of the world in various manners, whether it be personal entrepreneurship or addressing the needs of a community through humanitarian networking. Utilizing your privilege of having full access to the usage of free-range globalization via internet. It is said that most of the 67.5% that have full access, they utilize their global connection with their fullest intention. But do you? What resources do we or you look for or use to reach a target audience? Do you use it just for socially, scrolling, or with intention? Do you utilize your knowledge of AI programs or play?
Yes, is there something happened, I think? Okay, but no problem, no problem at all. Thank you so very much, Tal, for your wonderful speech on globalization and entrepreneurship. It's always an honor. I just really wanted to take a moment to say heartfelt gratitude and thank you for the bottom of my heart that you people are keep supporting us, World Eye Club Global, and we are doing the live show, live conference, lasts from 3 hours, and you people are continuously commenting, and we have received over 250 comments, and thank you so very much, all of you. It's been an amazing and blissful honor to have you all. We all are family. So yes, without wasting a single time, let's move towards Croatia. And yes, we have a very own Professor Nada from Croatia. And you all know very well about her. She is an international speaker, educationist, global educationist, and multi-award as well, an entrepreneur. So let's learn entrepreneurship and some sort of specific global strategies and implementations from Nada. Welcome, Nada. Yes, Nada.
Warm greetings from Croatia. I, Professor Nada Ratkovic, is very honored and blessed to be here on this amazing conference like a keynote speaker on the topic globalization and entrepreneurship. I want to thank to Professor Dr. Huma Shah, the CEO and founder of Global Eyes. So Dr. Huma, really honored and blessed to have me here on this amazing symposium. So today my topic is the impact of globalization on entrepreneurship, the opportunities and challenges. So today the world is becoming increasingly interconnected and globalization has emerged as the driving force of our modern society. From cultural exchange to economic integration, it is really crucial. It is impact that we have this far reaching. So amidst this transformation era, entrepreneurship finds itself at the forefront of the change. So both we have this influence on the dynamic of globalization, and we know that artificial intelligence is already here. It isn't knocking only on the door, it is inside here. So the borders between countries are blue and new opportunities are arising. And entrepreneurs are harnessing these global shifts to launch innovative startups and to drive the changes. Yet alongside, we have these possibilities to challenge the most tackle head on. So let us start from the definition of globalization. Professor Nada, one of her subject is the responsible things to work with the globalization, and in the field of economics the globalization refers to increasing interconnectedness of integration of economies, societies and cultures worldwide. So it is transforming the business landscape and it offers a lot of opportunities. Also we have the challenges for entrepreneurship. So from the practical standpoint, globalization today is opening the access to global markets, allowing the entrepreneurs to reach a broader customer base. It has also facilitated the cross-cultural collaboration and innovation. So it leads today to emergence of diverse ideas and perspectives. However, today we need to know that globalization also brings such a lot of complexities, and it is dealing with a different legal and regulatory framework. So entrepreneurs today, more than ever, need to navigate the challenges by conducting through the market research. We know what is a trade. It is a place where the demand and supplies are meeting. So we need to adapt the strategies and we need to embrace the technological advancements. So how are we doing this? Entrepreneurship today refers to the process of creating, launching and managing a new business venture. We have always idea, and after our idea we want to realize it in the business venture. So when in the globalized context, entrepreneurship can be in a broader scope. So it will involve the identification, exploitation of a lot of new opportunities across the international market. So it needs to involve the ability to adapt to diverse cultural and economic environments, as well as to navigate the frameworks in the different countries. Like example, Professor Huma is from Pakistan, me is from Croatia, and my friends here, educators, entrepreneurs are all around the globe. So successful global entrepreneurs need to possess the qualities such as creativity, always taking a risk, and a willingness to embrace a technological advancements. For example, this may leverage digital platforms to reach different customers. So we know that the digital marketing today is crucial. So worldwide, we had established strategic alliances for the foreign partners. There's an overview of the global entrepreneurship landscape. So let us see, increase the market accessibility. Then we need to talk about the cross-border collaboration. So globalization today needs collaboration between entrepreneurs from different countries. So they will bring different kind of innovative ideas and they will diverse their new perspectives. Then we have technological advancements. So entrepreneurs can leverage digital platforms and technologies, especially artificial intelligence. So to reach customers worldwide, overcoming the geographical barriers. Then the rise of global competition. So while globalization, entrepreneurs are facing multi different problems. So we have this competition locally and international. Then the cultural adoption must understand how to adapt the cultural nuances and preferences to effectively penetrate to the foreign markets. Access to diverse talent, then policy and regulatory challenges. Entrepreneurs need to navigate varying legal frameworks and regulations. across the borders to ensure the compliance and multi-liquid risk. So the opportunity of entrepreneurship globals, we need to have the access to the global markets, and it is really a significant advantage of entrepreneurship and globalization. Global markets give us a different range of consumer things. So, like example, a tech startup can leverage globalization to target emerging markets where this is a growing uh, demand for their innovative solutions. So how to expand into global markets, enable entrepreneurs to diversify their things and customers base and reduce dependence on the single market. Then cross-cultural collaboration and innovation. Innovation is crucial. So this without international networking partnerships, strong relationships in the context of entrepreneurship is giving us opportunities to grow and expand. And then challenges of entrepreneurship, globalization, like increased competition. So we need to achieve the leveraging technology advancement. So we need to foster a culture of continuous improvement. We need to constantly monitor the market trends. So from both local and global press. So to stay competitive, entrepreneurs need to differentiate themselves through three fields. So legal and regulatory complexes are the differences in intellectual property laws, product safety standards, employment regulations, working with experienced lawyers. We need to have a consultant maintaining compliance. So this is also important, cultural and language barriers. So communication is language differences can give effective communication, cultural understanding, localization strategy, collaboration and partnerships, and diversity in the teams. What are the strategies for entrepreneurs in the globalized market? So we need to have the market research and adaptation. So staying updated with emerging trends, technologies, which are allowing the entrepreneurs to seize their new opportunities. Then building diverse and multicultural teams. We are here on this global level a team, so we can build a multicultural team with a significant aspect of the entrepreneurship globalization. So the teams can have the ability to navigate the cultural things, overcome the language barriers to give the business a competitive edge. And this is what we need. Embrace the technology advancements, and then globalization needs to wrap on. So it has a significant impact on entrepreneurship, presenting the opportunities and challenges. So one, me, Professor Nada Ratkoch from Croatia, and greetings from Croatia. Thank you.
Wow, amazing, Nada. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Nada. Your presentation was amazing. Your vision and beautifully you have addressed and on globalization and entrepreneurship. The thing is only that we really need to start the implementation on all these things. Okay, guys, let's move from Croatia to Albania. Yes, we have Professor Dr. Shukrita from Albania, and I request you all to please welcome her on the stage. Welcome.
Good evening, good afternoon, dear guests, dear professors, dear educators, and students, and everyone that could make it come and participate in this very important and amazing conference. I'm honored to be invited as a guest speaker at the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship organized by the World Eye Club Global. I would like to thank Professor Huma Shah, who made it possible and invited me to this mega conference. The theme of the conference is Globalization and Entrepreneurship Impact Strategies in Our Society. So today I'm going to talk about globalization and how it impacts education. So I'm grateful to participate in this international conference. Globalization and education are closely intertwined and have significant impacts on each other. Globalization refers to the increasing interconnectedness and interdependence of countries and people worldwide, facilitated by advancements of technology, communication, and trade. So here are some of the key points I would like to highlight today, in which globalization and education are interconnected. First, cultural exchange. So we live in the global world, and globalization has brought people from different cultures and backgrounds closer together. This cultural exchange, in turn, influences education by promoting the understanding and appreciation of diverse perspectives, tradition, in ways of life. Schools and educational institutions may integrate multicultural curricula and activities to foster global awareness and empathy among students. The second point to highlight is to have access to information. This is a very important issue to be tackled. The rise of the internet and digital technologies has revolutionized the way information is accessed and shared among us. So not only we, but also students now have unparalleled access to a wealth of educational resources, online courses, and cultural knowledge from around the world, skills and perspectives. To go further, I would say that another thing that globalization has a great impact on our society is it offers challenges and inequities. Resources and opportunities persist within and between the countries. Globalization has intensified competition in education, leading to concerns about standardization, commercialization, and inequality.
Oh, you're stuck, Shaprita. But no problem. I think there are some internet connectivity issues we are facing right now, obviously. But no problem at all, guys. It's okay. The most important thing that we are learning and we are getting the different experience. Okay, so let's move towards our next speaker from Greece, Professor Dr. Rania Lampu. And welcome, dear. A warm welcome to you on the platform of the World Eye Club. Yes.
Well, greetings from Greece, from Athens. It's a great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship, organized by the World Eye Club Global. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all organizers, and especially to Professor Dr. Uma Shah for setting up this great event. And of course, I would like to thank you for the kind invitation. I'm Rania Lambu. I'm STEM instructor, researcher, ICT teacher trainer. I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education and also the Greek Astronomy Space Company. My topic today will focus on global competition and entrepreneurship. We will go to explore some strategies for differentiation in a crowded market. In today's globalized economy, competition is fiercer than ever, making differentiation a critical factor for businesses to succeed and thrive. Entrepreneurs face the challenge of standing out in a crowded marketplace where consumers have a plethora of options and can easily access global competitors. In order to carve a niche, it is essential to employ innovative strategies that allow businesses to not only compete but excel. So, what are these key strategies for differentiation? First, what we call a unique value proposition. Identify your competitive edge. The first step to standing out is having a clear, unique value proposition that distinguishes your product or service from others. This should communicate what makes your business unique and why customers should choose you over the competition. Of course, you need to focus on solving a specific problem. Many businesses compete on price, but successful differentiation often lies in offering a distinct solution to a customer's pain point. Whether it's better customer service, faster delivery, or a more personalized experience, your unique value proposition should be centered around customer needs always. Second is what we call niche targeting. Focus on specific market segment. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, entrepreneurs can differentiate by focusing on a smaller, well-defined market segment. By becoming an expert in a niche, businesses can create stronger brand loyalty and serve customers more effectively. Of course, this entails deep market understanding. This involves having a thorough understanding of the specific needs, preferences, and pain points of that niche market, allowing the businesses to create highly tailored products or services. And what we call brand storytelling and authenticity. You need to develop a compelling brand story. Consumers are drawn to brands that have a powerful story or a strong mission. So sharing the journey of how the business was found, the challenges overcome, and the values that drive it can resonate emotionally with customers and create a loyal customer base. So build authenticity, because in a world where consumers are becoming more skeptical of traditional marketing, authenticity is the key. Brands that align themselves with values that consumers care about, such as sustainability, transparency, or social responsibility, are more likely to stand out. And of course, it's about innovation. Customer-centric innovation is that we need to innovate with the customer in mind, continuously innovating based on customer feedback. This means offering new features or improved functionality or enhanced customer experience, more personalized, tailored experiences, personalized products or services or customer experiences, and of course, leveraging technology, digital transformation, adopting new technologies, using AI, automation, blockchain, or big data analytics, leveraging e-commerce platforms and digital marketing tools, which enables businesses to reach a global audience. So entrepreneurs who effectively use SEO or social media marketing, influencer partnerships can build a strong online presence and compete globally. Of course, offer outstanding customer services, continuous engagement. Post-sale engagement is as just important as initial sale. Businesses that gave me to share my thoughts and insights. I wish you all the best for this great event. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Professor Rania. It was an amazing experience. Your perspective are strongly agreeable, I think, and every one of us will definitely agree on your statement. Thank you so much, dear. It's an amazing experience. Now move on to the United States of America. Please welcome my dearest friend and a very keynote speaker and graphic designer, entrepreneur Melissa Patrick from USA. Hello, Melissa. Hi.
Hey, business people. Let's get one thing straight. SEO is not dead. Every year, someone proclaims SEO is over, content marketing is dead, Google is a graveyard, and yet here we are. SEO didn't die. It evolved. It's not just about ranking on Google anymore. It's about being found out wherever people are searching. And guess what? People just aren't using Google. They're coming straight to AI programs like ChatGPT and using them as search engines. They're going to ChatGPT and other AI-powered tools and asking full, detailed questions just like they would on Google. This changes everything. Your content isn't just competing for Google's attention anymore. You're now competing for AI's ability to find, process, and serve your content in a world where people trust AI-generated answers as much as, if not more than, a traditional search. Oh, and by the way, AI gets it wrong a lot. Always double verify your facts. AI search is the new reality, and are you keeping up? Search used to be simple. You typed something into Google, got a list of results, and clicked one. But now, people are asking AI for answers directly. AI programs generate responses without even showing the original sources. Businesses are losing traffic because AI delivers answers without requiring users to visit a website. This is the biggest disruption to search in decades, and it raises some major questions. If AI pulls from your content but doesn't send traffic back to you, how do you benefit? If AI is trained on unreliable data, how do we prevent misinformation? If businesses dump data into AI without a strategy, are they training their own competition? Yep, AI remembers what it's trained on. Every time you input data, insights, proprietary info into an AI system, you have to ask yourself, are we feeding AI or is AI feeding us? The irony of AI search is we need to be more human to win in the AI race. Here's the sucker punch. To win in AI-driven search, you have to be more human than ever before. A machine is now deciding what content is genuinely human. Code is determining which businesses sound authentic. AI is prioritizing engagement, expertise, and personality over sterile robotic content. It's actively weeding out AI-generated stuff. So if you've been pumping out SEO copy written by ChatGPT and calling it a day, congrats. AI has no use for you. AI knows the difference between real human expertise and content that was just phoned in. People just don't want information. They want insight, experience, and real human connection. This means entrepreneurs who infuse their personality, authenticity, and expertise into their content will win. And those who stick to generic keyword stuff nonsense will be buried by the very AI they're trying to game. So how do we compete in this new reality? Stop writing for search engines. Start writing for people. If your content doesn't help, entertain, or engage, AI will skip right over you. Build AI-friendly content that stands out. Want AI to pick up your content? Be the best possible source. Use structured data so AI can categorize your content. Create FAQ-style answers that match how people ask questions. And go deep. AI favors well-researched, detailed content over surface-level listicles. Don't just be on Google. Be everywhere. AI tools pull from multiple sources, not just websites. So if you're not creating short-form videos, social content copy, and multimedia, you're missing out. Own your data. Protect your insights. Be intentional with what you put into these AI tools. Keep your proprietary business strategies and ideas and insights private. AI learns from everything. It's a tool, but it's also a competitor. If you're still on the fence about AI, do this now before it's valuable. If not, fix it. Optimize your AI search features by adding structured data, rich snippets, and FAQs. Go beyond Google. AI search isn't just Google. Create content that actually matters. And for the love of all things digital, fix your dang website. Because in this new world, it's the disruptors who refuse to conform are the ones that are going to rise. Thank you. Now let's go break the internet.
Wow, that's truly amazing, Melissa, and I'm so glad um, that you have put in an amazing and insightful things, and it's actually an amazing inspiration for youngsters as well. And your talk was really amazing. So thank you, Melissa, once again. Okay, everyone. So let's move towards India once again. And we have Professor Dr. Anjum Nazir. Yes. Please welcome Anjum. Yes, Anjum.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Anjum Qureshi, Assistant Professor at Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, Research and Technology, Chandrapur, India. I'm also an international trainer and a global speaker. I would like to thank the organizer of this conference for this wonderful opportunity to speak over the topic of leadership. Well, today I have chosen to speak on how we can be encouraging the rural youths to be leaders of the future. So there are some things that we need to concentrate on because we need to develop the rural students especially because a major part of the youth is living in the rural areas. So if we do not give efforts to develop them, to bring them into the mainstream and to develop leadership skills inside them, a nation can never prosper. When we talk about sustainable development, so sustainable development is not possible without giving equal opportunities to the rural youth. So in this, the first thing that we need to do is encouraging them or improving their academic skills. So the first thing is there should be more emphasis on improving the numeracy and literacy skill, and especially encourage them to study the STEM subjects, that is the science, technology, engineering and mathematics, because we know all the kind of development that is going on, that is due to the technology. So it does not matter, like even if there is a digital divide, let's just bridge that digital divide and let them know more about technology. Besides that, there should be an emphasis on improving their critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, decision making skills, and creative thinking skills. Because when they improve all this kind of skills, they can understand things better, they can take better decisions, and they can contribute for more research. And the next thing is they should be also having an exposure to the higher education, because the rural areas, they don't have opportunities for higher education, but either the higher education institutions can reach the rural areas, or they can be encouraged, or they can be given more awareness on how to go for higher education. The next, here comes the leadership development. For leadership development, the students should be encouraged to participate into government roles. There should be some committees in the schools and the colleges where they can, coordinate some programs, talk to the officers, take them to some top officers or some well-renowned professors, arrange their guest lectures, try to have that interaction. And because today we have this internet, we have this online platform, so it is very easy to get resource person, to get industry experts, to get research experts or education experts from different parts of the world. So let's use this opportunity so that even the rural youth get an exposure to this, because we know that it is very sometimes it is difficult for a person living in a rural area, however visionary he may be, but he is not able to give that facilities to the rural students. So let's use this online platforms, let's use this internet connectivity that we have to connect to the experts all around the world. The next thing is, yes, the same thing like I said about guest lecture, they can be mentoring programs, because the students are sometimes very confused like what to do. For example, a student wants to enter a software company because he thinks that he will be having a good career, but I think that only if he has coding skills he can be entering the software company. But this is not true. There are various job roles, in fact not just for a software company or an IT company, there are for any other industry that you will go, there are many job roles. So there should be a mentoring program on what kind of skills are required by the youth to enter the mainstream. And of course, community engagement should be there. Allow the youth to be a part of the community. Let them know what are the problems of the community, and then they can work with the community to solve the problems of the community. So with this, they will be becoming obviously a good problem solvers. But besides that, they will be having a liking for the community, and they will try to work for the community. They will be better human beings. In fact, if you talk about leadership, the first thing is that we have to help them emerge as better human beings. And if we concentrate on this, obviously, the youth from the rural parts of the country will be coming forward, will have leadership skill and contribute to the nation development. So thank you very much. This is all what I have from my side. Thank you one and all.
Wow, that is truly amazing, Anjum. Thank you so much, Anjum. Um, you were amazed. I think that this is only the motivational talk. What do we have to give the inspiration to do something really different? Okay, so yeah, next towards Australia. Yes, let's move towards Australia. We have Dr. Miral. Welcome, Miral. How are you? Please join us.
Wherever you are. My name is Dr. Murray Tubekima. It is a pleasure to be with you today at this second international conference on globalization and entrepreneurship organized by the World High Club Global. It is always my pleasure to talk about, a subject that is really dear to my heart, globalization and entrepreneurship, the impact that globalization and entrepreneurship can have in the energy sector. And most importantly, the impact that it has, the sector has on communities. So just to start, just to start the conversation, try to picture a farmer try to picture a farmer in Kenya, and see, this farmer using a solar power irrigation system to double, crop wealth, or start to picture yourself, a small business in Bangladesh thriving because of because of the microgrids so far. And that will actually give you, the stories. These are the stories that we're talking about when we're talking about, globalization, or we're talking about globalization into the energy sector. These are the reality, made possible by globalization and entrepreneurship in the energy sector. So today, like I mentioned, I really want to explore what how globalization and entrepreneurship are revolutionizing the energy landscape, and particularly in energy markets and developing countries, creating opportunity for sustainable growth and social transformation in those markets. And one of the key things is the role of globalization. So globalization actually brings affordable access through, global, we end up having, instead of having a local supply chain, we end up having, globalized supply chain, and which means that production network, energy production network have drastically reduced renewable energy costs, and really making, the technology, the renewable energy technology that used to be very expensive, technology like solar, wind, make them affordable in low-income region. And we've seen that in countries like, Ethiopia, Zambia. Now, they can actually procure solar panels and batteries at fraction of the cost, due to large-scale manufacturing in China. So they can basically, get those panels at a very reduced price, and that helps, that help reduce the cost of the energy that they're using. And one thing that the globalization also bring about brings about is, international investment that are now available for local development. So really capitalizing on the international investment to create local network of energy. And we have like global institutions such as the World Bank, the International Finance Corporation, and private, investor that have funded large scale, renewable projects in developing countries. And one project that I think about in emerging markets, especially in Morocco, is as you can see, is the was that solar, power station, one of the world's largest solar, project in the world. And that was funded through international partnership and bringing adaptation of really cutting edge technologies. And we've seen that, for example, in India, the India collaboration with global, solar innovator has helped it become the world's fifth largest producer of solar energy. So as you can see, globalization is really an asset for a lot of countries, a lot of developing countries, and a lot of emerging markets. And the entrepreneurship and cost-effective energy, but also, like I mentioned in here, is to eliminate, build resilience, and inspire hope for the next generation to come. So it has been a pleasure to share that with the audience. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name again is Dr. Mirai Tulekima. I'm based in Perth, Australia. And if you want to reach out to me, you can find me on all the platforms. My preferred platform is LinkedIn under Mirai Tulekima. So thank you again and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, my ladies, and an amazing experience. Your presentation are superb. Thank you. Okay, so let's move towards Bangladesh. We have Professor Dr. Sheryar Parvez from Bangladesh. He is an international speaker and the president as well of an international organization. And I'm not going to waste a single moment because I'm so excited to watch and observe his perspective on globalization and entrepreneurship. So please welcome Professor Dr. Parvez. Please welcome on the stage, sir. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for inviting me this type of international conference organized by the World Eye Club Global. And the organization actually inviting me for a keynote speaker. And I'm Professor Parvez, founder and CEO, Independent Perception Research Hub from Bangladesh. The point is here that today why we are here, it is the conference on the globalization and entrepreneurship. So in this 2025 era where we 2030 means the SDGs goal is already fulfilled within that era. So within this 5 years of period of time, what's our goal? The SDG is almost set up by each and every countries around the world. So we are the educator and our ambassador is our student. And also when I worked with different consultation with different corporate, I observed that the main point is that quality education is necessary, the activity base is necessary for successful globalization, for successful entrepreneurship to build up the society. Here, the fact is here that on the globalization and entrepreneurship, like when you are in a global village, you are become an entrepreneur. I'm always say to my student that why you are looking for a job, why you are not looking for or started a new startup business for you. And many of our students actually, they started their own business in the food sector, in the tourism sector, in the education sector. And they invited me, please sir, you come and see how can we run our business. And most of the time when I just go, I observe that how they are globalized actually means that how they are connected with this global village. Because without globalization, it's not possible for us to sustain our business in this world. Like from now, from my pumped up, from my mobile phone, I'm just book my tickets, my hotels, everything. Because it is a system of globalization that within a few seconds you are booking your hotel in USA, in UK, or in different parts of this world within a few seconds in a click. For that reason, 2025, the World Education, the International Education Day, the UNESCO, the United Nations say this time they are focused on AI and the automation of the society, the human behavior, which is necessary in a globalization. Now it is technology based globalization. It is a technology based globalization. So in this technology based globalization, and also related and capacity, the capability with all the peoples or the educators in this club. So thank you so much for inviting me these types of international conference.
You are most welcome, Professor Sharia Parvez, and it's amazing experience with you always, not only this time, always. Okay, so yeah, we are going towards the end of our conference. But yes, we have another speaker, and I just really wanted to introduce herself in front of you. Now we have there was some sort of internet connectivities or glitches over there, but now we have Professor Safar from Bangladesh. So yes, please welcome him on stage. Hi. Yes.
Dear organizers, guests, and members of the World Eye Club Global, it is a great honor and privilege to be invited as a guest speaker at the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship. I sincerely thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts on such an important platform surrounded by visionary leaders and innovative minds. Today, I wish to discuss a topic that lies at the heart of our ever-evolving world. That is how tech entrepreneurs are empowering the next generation and shaping the future of global markets. Technology and entrepreneurship are global shift in entrepreneurship. Globalization has hazy boundaries, connecting markets, ideas, and people in unique ways. At the center of this transformation are tech entrepreneurs, creating innovative solutions and unlocking opportunities in every corner of the globe. What inclusivity? Today, a startup in Nepal can collaborate with a team in Silicon Valley, access funding from investors in Europe, and serve customers across Africa. This global association enables entrepreneurs to scale solutions quickly, solving problems that surpass borders. Impact on global markets. Tech entrepreneurs are doing more than just building successful businesses. They are addressing critical global challenges. Let me share a few examples. Empowering undeserved communities. Fintech platforms like M-Pesa in Africa are providing financial access to millions, enabling them to participate in the global economy. 2. Driving sustainability. Entrepreneurs are leveraging AI, IoT, and blockchain to transform supply chains, optimize, and transform those dreams into reality. Let us continue to support and celebrate their efforts. ensuring that globalization and entrepreneurship remain forces for good. Thank you once again for this opportunity to share my insights together.
Wow, thank you, Safal. Thank you so very much. Your talk was completely motivational, especially I would say for the young generation. So thank you so much. Okay, so moving on towards our last but not the least speaker from Lebanon, and her name is Layal Ghadar, and please welcome her on the stage. Hello, dear. Assalamu alaikum.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great honor to be among you all today. And I would like today to talk about globalization and entrepreneurship in education. Peter Drucker said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. Ladies and gentlemen, today education is no longer limited by borders. With globalization, knowledge travels faster than ever, connecting people across the world. A student in one country can learn from experts in another, and ideas can spread instantly. This opens endless opportunities for learning and innovation. But to truly prepare for the future, education must go beyond traditional methods. This is where entrepreneurship comes in. Being an entrepreneur in education means thinking creatively, solving problems, and turning ideas into reality. It is not just about starting business, it's about developing mindset that embraces change and takes action. Imagine a system where students don't just memorize facts, but learn how to create, innovate, and lead. A system where they are encouraged to think big, take risks, and turn challenges into opportunities. That is the future that we must go on to build. As educators and leaders, our role is to inspire and empower these students. Let's prepare students not just for jobs, but to create jobs, solutions, and impact. Globalization and entrepreneurship are shaping the future of education. So let's embrace them and make learning a gateway to endless possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Lyle. It was an amazing experience to have you. I am so glad to have you. It's actually a first time to have you on the the World Eye Club Global. So I'm highly privileged to have you all. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, esteemed speakers and honored guests. As we come to the close of the second International Conference on Globalization and Entrepreneurship, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for being part of this incredible journey. Really, it was an amazing experience for me and for you as well. Over the past approximately 4 hours, we have shared the ideas, experiences, insights that have inspired us, challenged us, and empowered us to create a better future. We have heard from 45 renowned speakers, and actually some of us was not present due to some of their personal or internet connectivities and all that, but they have sent me their great presentations, especially when I talk about Professor Shokia Huabi from Palestine, and she's a wonderful lady and generously shared all the speakers' expertise and passions with us. We have networked, collaborated, collaborated and formed the new connections that will last for, I think, for a lifetime, yes. And most importantly, that we have overhead or to recognize our passion for entrepreneurship, innovation, and globalization. As we depart, I argue to carry the momentum of this conference with you and take the knowledge, inspiration, and connections you have made and use them to create the positive impact in your communities, in your industries, and in the world at large. So let us continue to push the boundaries, challenges, stages you can say, and strive for the excellencies. And thank you so much once again for being a part of this unforgettable experience. Until next time, farewell. Keep innovating, keep challenging, keep standing, and keep shining, everyone. Take care. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye.